Welcome to No Fugazee Podcast. I'm your host, Cooley. We got 5 lovely ladies on the panel today. We talking dating and relationships, and we going to have some fun. I appreciate all of you for sharing the podcast and, liking it. And the podcast grew so much. On all platforms right now, we are at about 650,000 followers, and we just started the podcast. It's only been about 9 months, so it's doing pretty good. Keep supporting the podcast. Let's get to the girls introducing themselves. We're going to start here. Name, age, and where you from?
Ashley Bernhard, 29, and I'm from Pottstown.
You might a little closer.
Oh, closer this way?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I say it again?
Ashley, 29?
Yeah.
Okay. Where you from?
Pottstown.
Pottstown. Nice. What do you do for a living?
I'm a stay-at-home mommy.
Stay-at-home mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, you man. Okay, look at you. So relationship status, you got a man. Married or what? What's the situation?
We're basically married. We have 2 kids, a house. Well, we have 4 altogether, but...
4 kids?
Yeah.
So 2 together?
Yes.
And then who had the other 2, you or him?
We both have 1.
Oh, you both had one with a previous
yeah.
relationship?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And how long y'all been together for?
7 years.
7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nice. Moving right along. Name, age, where you from?
I'm Tanaya. I'm from Baltimore, but I live in Pennsylvania, Mount Pocono, sorry.
Yeah.
I work at Walmart right now. I'm in school to be an electrician. I'm trying to go to school after this to be a phlebotomist. I'm just trying to have like a whole bunch of going on. So, jack of all trades type.
Okay. Good. And relationship status?
I'm single.
You're single. How long you been single for?
Few months.
A few months.
Yeah.
Okay. How many months?
Since June or July.
Okay.
Yeah.
June, July. Okay, yeah, it's pretty fresh. So summer, you was like,
yeah,
hot girl summer.
Yeah.
Get rid of this dude.
Yeah.
Get another dude.
Nah.
Did you have a hot girl summer or nah?
Nah, I was in the house. I don't really go out much. I stay to
Lukewarm?
myself.
Nah, it wasn't even
I didn't. I put my foot out. I put my foot out and I come back in the house.
Okay, I feel you. Fair enough. Moving right along with yourself, name, age, and where you from?
I'm Jada. I'm from Easton, and I'm 27.
Jada, Easton, 27. What do you do for a living?
I'm a dancer, and I work at a warehouse during the day.
Okay, you a dancer, like ballerina?
No, like.
Oh, okay. You be on a pole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. And how long you been on a pole for?
Like on and off, I would say, like. I don't know how many years, but like on and off, I would say like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, it's a career then.
No, it's just like an extra side hustle.
Side hustle,
Yeah.
okay. All right, fair enough. And relationship status?
I would say it's complicated.
Complicated.
Yeah.
Okay, let me decipher that. Complicated meaning you're talking to someone, he's smashing, but maybe he's lacking in certain areas where you don't really want to like even pursue it that much, but you probably don't want to increase your body count. So you're like, I'll stay comfortable with this dude, so I don't got to get with that other dude and increase my body count.
No, I actually just feel like it's too much pressure on like putting titles on things. So it's like, I'm just having fun right now and I with him. So it's like, we're just having fun basically together. Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Having fun. And how long y'all been talking? How long it's been complicated for?
Well, it was like complicated like last year, and then we stopped talking for a little bit, and now it's complicated all over again. So yeah, like a little over a year, I would say, altogether.
Okay. A little, my bad. I had to adjust the light. So been complicated a little over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Name, age, and where you from?
I'm Melina, and I'm 28, and I'm from Bethlehem.
Bethlehem.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And what do you do for a living?
I do a lot. I'm a CNA.
Yeah.
I'm also a waitress. I also have my own cleaning business, and I'm in school to be a physician assistant.
Okay. Nice. Relationship status?
So I'm technically married, but we're separated. So.
Okay. Married but separated.
Yeah,
Who initiated the separation? You or him?
We'll say it's equal. It's just we can't be very cordial. That's why it's a separation, and the divorce isn't 100% final. So, but we're separated right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say it's equal.
It's equal. It's always someone that initiated. Always someone like, no.
I don't like to put
Okay, so
blame
did y'all
on
have a
people.
house
Like, I'm not gonna.
where y'all living together?
Yeah.
Who moved out?
It's like he left, but like I kind of pushed him. At the same
Okay,
time.
so you initiated it.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, you initiated. It's okay. I got you.
I'm tired of certain things.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's you initiate. It's okay to initiate it if you want to.
I mean,
he
it's
was
not
lacking.
that I initiated it. It was more like it was equal. It was definitely equal.
You just said
because
y'all live
he
together
left,
and
he
you
left,
kicked him out.
And then it was just like a constant. We could just not be cordial. We couldn't come to no type of agreement on things. So he just didn't come back for a minute.
Okay, fair enough. Moving right along. Name, age, and where you from?
I'm Kristen. I'm 33, and I'm from Honeybrook.
Honeybrook. Okay. Where's Honeybrook? Because no one knows where that is.
It's kind of in the middle of. It's like near Lancaster. It's near Exton, near Downingtown.
Yeah.
But like 20 minutes from Reading. It's 20 minutes from all those places.
Yeah.
Okay,
like,
20
in the
minutes from
center.
all those. So, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it has one
Amish town.
stoplight.
Amish town?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm sure people will want to know, where is that at?
If you sneeze, you'll miss it.
Got you. So it's real small.
Yes. If we have one stoplight.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. What do you do for a living?
I'm a business development manager for automotive dealership.
Oh, word. That's dope. And relationship status?
Single.
Single. How long you been single for?
Well, I guess a year, but I was like I was seeing somebody for 6 months, and we ended like a month ago. But that wasn't like, I didn't call him my boyfriend at any point in time.
Okay. Yeah, ended about a month ago. So you freshly single then?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
You said you had seen him for about a year?
No, 6 months. I kicked my ex-boyfriend who I was living with, my daughter's father, out a year ago.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right, cool. We're going to start with the ladies. Y'all have any questions first? No? None first? Okay. I got a question for y'all, and then we'll get into some stuff. First question on a panel. Let's start with Jada, right? Mm-hmm. Jada. And this question kind of came from the girls talking behind the scenes. And I think it was you that actually had a question, and I wrote it down. So, Jada, is compliments from other females more important or compliments from other males more important?
Well, I wouldn't say like one or the other is more important, but I would say that it feels better coming from a female because it seems more genuine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair analysis. What about you, Melina?
I feel like it just depends on the type of person you are. If you're the type of person that doesn't really care what people think, then compliments aren't really going to matter. But if you're like, I personally think that I like it when I get compliments from girls, because when I get dressed up, I'm not really going dressed up for other guys. So I dress up for me and other girls and be like, oh, you look so pretty.
Yeah.
So that's just how I am.
Okay, cool. So from other girls then.
Yeah, more than likely.
And your reason is because when you go out, you're really getting dressed up for other girls, not guys.
Well, not really other girls. Just like, that other girls most likely judge other girls when you're out, basically. So they'll be like, oh, I like those shoes. Where'd you get them? Or look at that girl over there. Like most of the time you get criticized by other females.
Okay. Fair enough. And yourself?
I think compliments from females are like more heartwarming because they're not trying to sleep with you usually. But if it's a guy I like, come on, like everybody loves a compliment from the guy that they're liking or have their eye on. Because I know if I'm going to go see a guy that I like, I'm going to be dressing up and like looking my best, and hopefully he likes it. But
Okay.
yeah, random compliments from females are always very nice.
Got it. So random compliments from females, you think that's more important, that's nicer. But if there's a guy you like, then you appreciate that compliment more.
Of course.
Makes sense. And yourself?
I appreciate the compliments from females, but I care more about it from a male though, like, cause I like men. So like, if they think I look nice, cause sometimes I don't think I could dress that good. So when if they say I look nice, I'm like, okay, thanks.
Okay, someone keeping it a buck. All right, and yourself?
I feel like it's both. But I mean,
If you have to choose one.
I don't really look at guys when I go out. Like, I know
you're in a situation, but like, just think about if you were single.
If I was single,
Put your single mind on if you didn't have a guy.
I guess I don't know, because I feel like I like when girls compliment me more. I feel like, because guys are just like trying to like you, where girls are like sincere, like they like, like, oh my God, you look so pretty today, thank you. Like that, I feel like that makes me feel better than from a guy.
Okay, so all right, kind of the same thing. I think what you said then too. Then
It's not to say that I don't like when men, like,
I think
no, that's totally fine.
You can get catcalled. Like guys just holler at
Right.
anything anymore. So
Exactly.
It really
Can I say?
that
Can I say?
real?
Sure.
When guys compliment you, like, it depends, because I work out Walmart, so like I have a lot of guys coming, a lot of different guys, older guys, younger guys, and stuff like that. So I like the men that like, compliment me and keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind they, stop and say hi or whatever, how's your day or whatever. But there's some guys that'll look at me up and down, like biting their lip and all that. That makes me feel uncomfortable. But I don't look at it that deep, I guess. Like, it is what it is. They just saying whatever they're saying. I take the compliments though.
Okay. All right, cool. Question, right? Yeah, pretty much, besides one, said that you'll appreciate you'll feel that a compliment coming from a woman is more important. So if a compliment from a woman is more important, starting with you here, why do women like care so much about social media and post social media a lot? Post on social media. It's a general question too. This is general.
I honestly
If you don't,
rarely go on Facebook or Instagram like at all anymore.
Yeah.
When she said that I was going to be on the show, I like went on Instagram and posted like mad pictures. But
generally speaking,
I mean, before I was on, social media all the time, but I don't really care about who would like my stuff. It was just like the amount of likes I could get, to be honest. So.
Okay, so your answer is, you didn't really care if it was a boy or a girl liking the picture, but the amount of likes, the attention in general.
Exactly.
Good answer. What about you? So y'all all pretty much said, besides you, said that when a woman compliments another woman, that's more important than a man complimenting another woman. That's what the general consensus is, besides yourself. So my question is, if that's the case, then why do women always post on social media so much? And like they take their social media and their pictures very, very seriously.
Well,
is it to get men's attention or is it to get women's attention? That's the question.
Well, it depends when you mean like provocative pictures.
Just pictures in general.
All right. Well, I mean, pictures in general, I don't know. But provocative, that may be a little different. But I would.
Okay, you don't know. Let's go over here to yourself. So the concise question is, women, when they post pictures, do they look for male attention or female attention?
I think that all depends on the person posting the picture.
But generally speaking.
I wouldn't even say that it's more important getting a compliment from a female. It just kind of is more like heartwarming, because usually females are like quiet, don't say nothing, or like just looking you up and down, kind of competing or whatever for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I know when I post a selfie, it's just because I was feeling a little self-conscious that day and I needed to be told I was cute by anybody.
All right,
so,
by anyone.
Or if I was just feeling myself, what I mean? And I wanted to show the world.
Try to not think so subjectively, because this is a general topic. So just generally speaking, what would you conclude to be why women post pictures on social media? Would it be to garner male attention or female attention?
Just attention, I would say.
Just attention in general. Okay. And hold up. But you got to choose one. Which one would it be? If you had to choose one.
Probably whatever sex they're into. Males, probably, if they're straight.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that women in particular just have a need for attention. I just think it depends how they're groomed. So realistically, whoever they are posting, they're just posting in general for the attention. I think that most women are nurtured to need and want and crave attention. So I feel like women in general just post or go on social media just for attention, period. So I don't even think it's a male or female situation when you talk about posting on social media as a woman, because I think women just naturally have something in them that wants attention.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you think that men and women are just naturally have something that wants attention, but still answer the question, which one would it be on social media? Would the woman post a picture? Generally speaking, when women post pictures, are they trying to garner male attention or female attention?
I think they're just trying to get attention.
But if you had to choose one.
Well, whatever they're into, then I guess. I mean, I personally just think that it's just attention in general, but female or male, like, it's whatever they're into, I guess, or just attention in general. Like, it depends what they're interested in. It's a woman and she's heterosexual. Well, then she's probably a man.
Okay. And what about yourself?
I don't know.
Jada.
They're just attention.
So when chicks post pictures online, are they posting the pictures for the purpose of garnering attention from a man or a woman?
So like the flat out answer is definitely for male attention, like especially if you're like lonely or like, you know what I'm saying, like you probably do want to get some type of attention from a man, but like they said, in general it is just a like anybody, like I'm feeling myself, I just want to post this picture. But a lot of times, like if we're being real, it is because you're trying to like catch somebody's eye. Okay,
yeah, we got someone over here being no Fugazee. All right, fair enough.
I will say you will be able to tell if I do have like a crush on somebody, because I will be posting selfies to see if they like them or like look at them or like see if they're like noticing or anything like that.
Okay, so that's your subjective experience of if you're going to be posted, if you like someone. That makes sense. Fair enough. All right, cool. Good. This was some good answers. Yeah, I agree with your answers. Well, your answers. You kept it funky fresh on both of them. You kept it funky fresh on the second answer, but the first answer ain't matched. It's basically the same question if you think about it.
I feel like that's separate though.
Yeah.
You said which one is more important, but
because if it's more important, it's like a psychological thing. Like
because it's like if you're in person and a bunch of men is coming up to you, it's like, all right, you don't know if they just trying to speak to anybody, compliment any girl. But with girls, it's like it's more like, I don't know, like you never heard that saying, like if a gay boy or a girl compliments you, that's when you know you really look good, or like that's just a thing. Like
yeah, you don't get what I'm saying though. So it's if you peel the layer back, it's much deeper. So the psychology part is what I'm saying. It is pretty much the same question, because like a compliment is, so think about it. It's the first question was, well, which compliment is more important, receiving it from a man or receiving it from a woman, right? And then you said receiving it from a woman, right?
No, I said I don't feel like any one of them are more important, but I feel like it feels more genuine coming from a woman.
Yeah. So it's more important, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Genuine, more important. Those are all words that's like, it just means more. It means more than the other one. You know what I mean? So obviously, if receiving a compliment from a woman is more genuine than receiving a compliment from a man, that means that it will be more important as well, right? Because you're always going to go with what's more genuine. Important is like a general word.
Okay.
That's why I said it. It's kind of more like which one that you really want. You would prefer something that's more genuine.
If you word it like that, then I would change my answer to like, yeah, I obviously want men to find me, I care more if men find me attractive versus if a woman You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, if you word it like that, I feel like more important is like, I don't know. I guess I was overthinking the question.
Fair enough. You probably overthought it. But that's why you probably had the contradictory there, is what I'm saying. So pretty much I'm saying this, right? Those two questions is pretty much the same. The reason why it's the same is because generally speaking, and all of you ladies' explanations was pretty good, but generally speaking, women do things to garner attention from other men. Of course, you ladies compete with one another, right? Like you're competing, okay, you going out with your girls, you know, you want to dress well because you're competing. But why are you competing with your girls? Like who are you, like what's the competition for? The competition is to garner the attention from the top tier men. That's the competition. Because you know that if you're going out with a group of girls and you're the prettiest, whoever's the prettiest, dressed the nice, stuff like that, you know, they're going to get the most attention from the best looking guys. Whoever is not the prettiest, they're really not going to get that much attention. So yeah, you're in competition with one another, but it's to garner the attention from that guy. You get what I'm saying? So when you peel the layer back, it's still, you still would appreciate a compliment more, even when it's coming from a guy. But here's the other thing, right? I know why you ladies said no to like, oh, well, I really wouldn't appreciate a compliment from a guy because, you know, they just could be like hollering at you and being thirsty. They could just want to smash, right? But the only reason why you wouldn't appreciate a compliment from a guy because you get so much attention. But guess what? If you got no attention, you would definitely want a compliment from a guy. You wouldn't even care about a compliment from a woman. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the other thing, right? Say if like you just erase say if no man ever gave you a compliment, but only women gave you a compliment. Would you prefer that? Or no woman gave you a compliment, but only men gave you compliments? You would choose the only men give you compliments.
Yeah, you're right. I
know I would.
Yup. Okay. Where else? Is that a yup, Ashley? Yes. Okay. Is that a yup?
Yeah.
Is that, what about you?
Yeah, but you're putting the word appreciate in there that I appreciate compliments from men because I'm interested in men. But compliments from women are a little bit more heartwarming because I know they like are just saying it because they truly mean it. They're not just looking for like, they're not at a bar looking at every girl going, oh, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot, you're hot.
Right.
I just explained that. So just imagine, so the reason why.
I get it. No, I get your explanation because if I got a bunch of compliments, if I never got a compliment from men, which I never used to, I was not so good looking as a teenager, to a lot of attention. Like, of course, like I was glowing, like when I got finally, you know, getting noticed. But like on an everyday, I also got tired of being called hot, sexy, being approached by men all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's just because you see it. Then I've seen them do it to me, and then when I say no, then they go to my friend. You know what I mean? So it's just like different word choices, different meanings, different. You know?
I get what you're saying, but I'll explain this to you, right? So anything that anyone gives for free or gets for free, it really, so like the first time you get something for free, it's appreciation. The second time you get something for free, it's anticipation. The third time you get something for free is expectation. The fourth time you get something for free is entitlement. The fifth time you get something for free is dependency. And by the sixth time, if you don't get anything for free, then it's hatred and resentment. So most women are in the entitlement field because you receive so much attention, right? If you didn't receive attention, now we're talking about compliments. Now you receive compliments from men. Social media, when you go to the gas station, you go to Walmart, you'll get a cat call, you'll get an eye wink, you'll get some type of male attention, right? So since you get so much male attention, you'll only appreciate male attention when it's from someone that you're actually attracted to. True? But the only reason why you would appreciate a compliment from someone you're attracted to because you garner so much attention already, right? So that's why you're in that entitlement field. But if you didn't receive any attention at all, and an ugly guy was like, dang, girl, Ashley, you looking real beautiful. And he was butt ugly. You would really appreciate that because it's your first time receiving that compliment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's because you get it for free. Like, you didn't earn it. Like, women aren't out here. You don't really have to do anything to earn attention. Men just give attention to you for free. Men give compliments to you for free. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. And then I'll take it a step further too. So like, think about, and then because we wrapped in social media in here. So I would say most women are in the entitlement field when it comes to free attention because they receive so much. So then it's just like they're in that entitlement field. They really don't appreciate a compliment or the attention so much when people give it. Most women are in the entitlement. But then I would say there is a good group, a large group, not most, but it's a large group of women that are in the dependency field of free attention because they get so much free attention. Like, for example, why do you think girls post thirst traps?
They get attention.
They depend on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, they be bored. They're not really doing anything. And it's like, oh, well, maybe I didn't get too many likes on my photo. Okay, well, let me take that down and let me post this thirst trap. Because it's dependency. They depend on free attention so much. Like, they get it so much. So when they don't get it, they out there posting thirst traps. That's when it turns into the dependency part. Make sense?
Thirst trap, like posting their body type?
I mean,
I don't
posting
even
body.
know, like,
Anything that'll make a guy be like,
yeah, girls post thirst traps at the gym. You posting at the gym, you showing the hip, you doing the angle in the mirror. We know that's a thirst trap. We know what you're doing.
I don't post those.
And guess what? It's nothing is bad about this. You get what I'm saying? Nothing is bad about this. Men is people that's giving y'all the free attention. So it's these niggas that's giving free attention. I don't give free attention. You got to earn my attention. But it took time for me to understand that. Most men, they just give out attention. They always want to compliment girls. No, I don't compliment anyone. But make sense?
yeah.
No?
Yes.
Okay. Questions before I get on to my next one?
Oh, I had a question.
Oh, you got
Not
questions?
about like that same topic. Like
No, yeah, let's move the topic on. I'm done with that one. That was actually came from her, so.
So I seen like a question a while back on social media, and it was like, who do you think a man like values or respects more, the one that he lies to or the one that he like keeps it like all the way 100 with? I don't know if that's a good question, but I feel like it's a good question.
Yeah, we could go around the panel with that one.
Okay.
Let's start with Melina. Who do you think the man loves more? Who do you think the man loves more? The woman that he lies to or the woman that he tells the truth to?
Can I just like not answer that question? I feel like that just I feel like I'm the worst person to ask that question.
It's toxic.
Girl,
Bad
it's
experience.
Yeah. Very toxic.
Go ahead.
Is that bad?
Toxicity.
I don't know. I've always been the girl that got lied to, so I really can't tell you on that one because I always get lied to.
And just do like this with this part. Put it down. More.
Like this.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. So it's really hard for me to tell you because I'm the girl
who always got lied to. So you've really never been told the truth to. So you don't know who he really loved more.
I don't even know if he knows.
Fair enough. Let's move it right along to yourself.
I feel like, I don't know, because I have a lot of guy friends that keep it 100 with me and then lie to the girl. But like, I feel like, how can you have respect for someone you're going to lie to or like love? That's not, unless you're just saying that to say it, because you like what she brings to the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't deal with liars. So like, no, that's not love. That's not respect. That's not you. Yeah. I feel like if you lie to a woman that you're with, you just want to keep her around for whatever benefit she brings to your life.
Fair enough. What's your name?
Tanaya or Naya.
Naya.
Yeah.
Who do you think lies? What was the question again? The woman, how did
It
you
was
word
like,
it?
who do you think the man
loves? Oh yeah, who do you think the man loves more? The woman that he lies to, or the woman that he tells the truth to?
I think it depends on the man. Like, cause I feel like weak-minded men lie. And the other type of man just keeps it a buck from the jump. Like, I don't feel like a grown-ass man should be lying. I feel like a grown man will tell you straight up from the jump how it is, what he feels, what it's not, and then it gives you the option to choose. And then there you go from there.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough. And Ashley, could you just sit up a little bit more for your mic so the camera?
It's because of my fat roll, isn't it?
No.
Look at
Because of the, can you put the camera? Yeah, you're good.
What did you say? Gosh, can you say it again?
Mic it closer
which
to
one?
like this,
Which
like.
one does he love more or care about more? What did you say?
Yeah, like love or respect more the one that he lies to or the one that he would like be honest to and
I
let
would
her
definitely say
decide.
the one that he's honest with, not the one that he lies to.
Okay. And why?
Because why would you lie? What is there to lie about?
Okay, fair enough. And what about yourself, since it was your question?
What
do you
it's such
think?
a hard question. I really wanted to see everybody else's response, but I feel like he's more scared to lose the one that he's lying to because like he's not giving her the option to choose whether she's gonna accept like everything that comes with whatever he's choosing to do. But the one that he's like being honest with, he kind of is like, yeah, I want to like still deal with you, but it's like if you're not trying to accept what I'm telling you, then you could go, basically. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So the reason why, ladies, I have a hard time understanding this is because, one, when a man has a main girl and he has, generally speaking, this is how most men operate, right? When a man has a main girl and he's talking to other girls, he don't want to mess up anything with his main girl, right?
Right.
So he's going to tell the truth to the side chick. If he doesn't tell the truth to the side chick and he lies to the side chick, then there's a higher probability that the side chick is going to find out the truth and then tell the main girl, right? So if that happens, he'll be messing up what he got at home, or he just be messing up his current situation, right? So that's how most men operate in general. So that's the reason why like they'll tell the truth to the side girl, right? That doesn't mean that he loves you more. You know, get what I'm saying? And he'll lie. Generally speaking, men would lie to the woman that they got at home is because they don't really want to mess nothing up at home. So that's the general male, right? That's how most men operate. But there are a small percentage of men that have the ability to actually be honest with both girls or how many girls he has, because his value is high enough to dictate those terms in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? So the lower value guys, right, their value isn't high enough to have, hey, yeah, baby, me and you in a relationship. What's up, Jada? And I'm smashing Ashley right here. Well, if me and you in a relationship and my value is low, I'm making $50,000 a year. I'm really not that masculine. I'm really not assertive, really not dominant. I really don't have that charisma. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of like just making it with you. Like, I bagged you by the skin of my teeth. You get what I'm saying? I'm just holding you on. And I know that I'm just holding you on. And you know that I'm just holding you on. Why would I jeopardize the relationship?
Right.
By telling you that I'm cracking Ashley down. But if I'm top G and you know I'm that nigga and I know I'm the nigga, I could be honest with you. I'm about to go knock Ashley down. Oh, hey, honey, take some condoms. Be safe. You know what I'm saying? It normally doesn't go like that. But you basically what I'm saying is the higher the man's value, the more he has the ability to dictate certain terms in a relationship, so he could get away with that. But that's a small group of men, right? And even, I would say even there's still a lot of higher status and higher value men. They still don't tell the truth. They still still gonna lie, tell her the truth, lie to you, because they just don't want to shake anything up in a home. And the other reason why is because men know that women are slaves to their emotions, right? So since we know you're slaves to your emotions, why would we tell you something that's going to trigger your emotions? Like, we want our meal fixed when we come home. Like, we like order. You know what I'm saying? We like things to just be like boom, 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 boom. Now, if I tell you something that's going to mess up that order, it's like, man, she don't need to know this. I don't love her anyway. I'm having fun with this, but I love you. I'm not trying to mess up that order. Make sense? That's the realest you can get. That's very, very no Fugazee.
But if he didn't want to mess up anything with the main chick because
When I mean that you love
why
her
would
more,
he
that's
even
what I was
have
gonna
a
say.
second like female in the first place? It sounds like, again, what I was saying about what the woman that he's lying to brings to the table for him. He likes that order and da-da-da-da-da-da. So he's not, but he still wants to do his little player bullshit on the side. So he
So-
doesn't want to mess
So
up
that's
that
like
benefit.
he cares
So, like,
more. It's like basically like
so
he
what are
cares.
you-
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'll give it to you. So
I
you're
just
saying
don't-
that he loves the woman.
Like, I don't know if
he
he's
loved
even
you.
like loving anybody in
Yeah,
that
'cause
situation. He's
Oh,
loving
okay.
what he's being brought to the table because, like you said, if he's like
Yeah.
that lower type guy and he just got you off the skin of his teeth and he knows that he doesn't truly deserve you, but he likes what you bring because you're good shit.
I got you. I think
Like-
this would make sense. It's because you're looking at it through a female's lens.
Well, yeah.
Like this was a question for a man. So men are capable of having sex with someone that they don't like.
Well, then why do you got to do it when you got a woman though that you love? Like why-
Because
why?
men have, I believe, 7 times more testosterone than a woman has.
So are you saying
Actually,
both
testosterone levels for men now are way lower than they used to
They're
be.
lower, but it's still 7 times more.
That explains why they're such bitches. No, I'm just kidding.
That was so serious.
So and I'll add to it further. I'll let you go and I'll let you go too. So, but that's a good, I see how you're like looking at it. So so men are capable of having sex with someone that they don't like. They're actually capable of having sex with someone that they hate. Like I could hate a girl, but I'm still capable of knocking it down. Not saying that I personally will, but I know in my head that I'm still capable of it because sex for a man is a dominating act. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to make me feel the vibe in order for, my Johnson to get hard.
Well, yeah, I could leave a grapefruit on the table with a hole in it, and you guys.
You don't have to do anything. In my imagination, I'm like, okay, if the opportunity is there, it's like a light switch. Men get turned on like a light switch. Women get turned on like a dial knob. It's a slow process. The man has to do a multitude of things correct to get the panties off and to make his way slide into home base.
But if you already have the woman at home, you've already gotten there.
Yeah, but men just generally want quantity.
Why is that though?
That's why that happens.
I
That's
feel
what I
like
was
some
gonna say
men
something.
do that because I have an older friend, like he's older or whatever. He tells me about his wife sometimes or whatever, but he's also say like he likes compliments from other females and stuff because it makes him feel like he still got it in a way, I guess.
Right.
And I heard a few other guys say that before, so I mean,
Well,
I don't know. I don't
say that too.
know, but I don't get it because I'm not a guy. But
Compliments are one thing, though. But having sex with them,
Yeah, that's a whole
like a
nother
whole
thing.
nother
But
thing.
I think it
It's
depends on the
like
guy
next
too. Honestly,
level.
it depends on how much control they can control themselves, like
yeah.
on their own personal level. When it comes to that, like if they have any self-control at all, then they should be able to control themselves that way.
Let me ask you ladies a question. Is a show of hands. Is anyone a virgin? No. So why should a man have self-control if you didn't have self-control when your value in like everything is based off literally, I would say, sex. Like a woman's main agency is sex. That's why OnlyFans makes a whole lot. Like the biggest websites in the world, the number one websites is porn sites because men purchase sex, so that's valuable. I'm not talking about like your own self-value. Everyone has that own self and God value, and in God's eyes, of course, you're valuable. But I'm talking about two human beings. Men want women for sex, so that would be your main agency. Women want men, generally speaking, like the main thing is, providing and protection, finances, right? So of course you want a multitude of other things, but the main thing is like what's going to be that glue is like a nigga that got his shit together. You feel what I'm saying? And what's going to be that glue for the man is a woman that is, can satisfy him sexually. That's like, if he's not getting any sex, he's going to be like, all right, I'm going to go somewhere else and like leave you. If he doesn't have any access to sex. If you don't have any access to your man's finances, you're going to be like, I don't really see a future with you, so I'll go find another guy who I see a future with. Go ahead.
That's false because if a woman has her own money, I don't need no other man's money. I'm not dating for money. I make my own.
So
that's
when you in a
like,
relationship.
But the thing is, like the last guy I was dating, he brought out my feminine side. That had nothing to do with money.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with money.
Did he have money?
No. Well, I don't. Yeah.
You really don't
I mean,
know.
he had his own place and like all that. He took care of himself.
So yeah, even if you have it already, right? The thing is this. Would you provide for a guy long term?
I have.
But where did that relationship go?
Downhill, but it wasn't because of that. It was because of how he was in the relationship.
So think about it, right? So human beings really don't change too much. How we do one thing is how we do a multitude of other things. If he couldn't even provide for the woman, he couldn't do his one duty. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't have the, the male masculine agency to go out there and assert himself to make money, because money is just sacrificing time to make income. So if he didn't have those main priority traits in his regular male agency, then how would he have others straight in the within himself to make a good relationship with? So this is what I'm saying. Like human beings really don't change, right? So the reason why the relationship failed is because he was just like a more feminine beta male that really didn't have his stuff together. And those traits showed, I'm sure he couldn't lead. Obviously he couldn't lead if he couldn't pay for anything. Then how is he leading?
No, for the first part of our relationship, I worked and he found a job. Then I was a stay-at-home mom.
How old did you say you were?
33.
33. So like, this is the thing, right? Like, I've been speaking to you thus far, and everything is, you told me some of your life stories and stuff like that. And everything is like real gray area, meaning like you haven't really made any decisions in your dating choices. Financially, good for you. You're doing your thing. You said that you sell in the car industry and stuff like that. Good. But in the dating field, you're like choosing the wrong type of guys. Like you don't have any discernment. So let me finish, right?
That's on purpose. Mentally.
So this is what I'm saying. If you had these, like what you really want, every woman wants. The truth is, because you said, well, that's not always true, but it is always true. Every woman wants a masculine man that can protect and provide for him. That is a fact. That's the man that you're going to be most attracted to. That's the man that you're going to be most happy with. That's the man that you're going to have experienced the best long-term relationship. That's the man that's going to make you be in your full feminine energy at all times, not for a short amount of time like the last guy did by going on walks and hiking with you. He was doing that with charisma. He was just running game. But the long-term, that's because it's short-term game and it's long-term game. Long-term game, like I said, finances is the glue. If the dude don't really got his finances together, he's not going to be able to keep you. The charisma, his looks, what he does for you, stuff like that. Those are the other things that's good in a relationship. But even if those go wrong, even if the guy got his finances together, this is what I'm saying. When a man has his finances together, it takes a lot of other small things for the woman to break up with the guy. But if the man has all of these other things, like the charisma, he checks off all these other boxes, it only takes the finances for him not to have, for her to be like, it was cool short term, but long term, no, I'm out of here. Make sense?
Yeah, if he doesn't have, I probably wouldn't date a guy that isn't doing anything with himself.
Yeah.
If it's somebody that's it's trying, then okay. But literally just lazy, just don't really want to do nothing with herself, then I'm probably gonna be eh. But for me, I'm a helper. So like my last ex, I was trying to help him figure out what he wanted to do with himself, with his life, because he didn't know. And I was trying to maybe get him into electrician with me, because that's kind of like a more male dominated type of thing. So I'm like, I think that would tap in more into your masculinity and whatever. But he didn't want to do that, which is fine. But he just came to the conclusion he's not there financially to be able to provide, so he didn't feel right within himself. So that's why I really kind of just ended, and I'm just like, okay. It took me a little bit.
Wait, he ended the relationship or you did?
He did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't for that. Yeah. Men don't end relationships. So the thing is, and then I'll let you go because I know you wanted to go, Ashley, and then I'll move on to you two too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
But it's a lot of things that is just like, wait, no, that's incorrect. So men, we never feel insecure when a woman is making money. Think about it. We don't like.
Wait, I got to comment on that.
Well, it
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
necessarily.
I will in a second.
Money.
Only
like,
because-
well, because he was making more than me,
Yeah.
but we live in 2 different states.
Yeah.
So
So,
it's like-
so what I'm saying is that what he told you was like, you said that he really doesn't feel like, manly or like insecure because, well, I'm saying he is lying. He was really doing something else. He had another chick is what I'm saying.
I started thinking that though.
Yeah, because the reason why is because the reason why a man, like, it's not even in us to feel insecure if a woman is making more money and we aren't making more money is because we don't view women as,
The breadwinner.
as like the breadwinner. Like men view women as sex objects, not success objects. So we value your beauty, right? So I'm just taking it down to the bone, the meat of the, taking all the meat off, getting to the bone of it. So men view women as sex objects. So we're not looking for your success. So if you're out there making money, it's not going to make us feel any type of way. Just like women usually view men as success objects, not sex objects. So like, for example, say if I was like, I'm just going to make the example of how men really don't feel insecure about a woman making a whole lot of money. Let's flip it to you ladies. Show of hands. If your man that you're talking to is, taking longer than you to get ready, he cares about his fashion sense more than you care about your fashion sense, right? Way more than you care about your fashion sense. And he's like making sure his Jordans is everything is nice. And y'all about to go out on, every time y'all go out, he takes a good hour long and you already be ready. Would you feel insecure that your man is prioritizing him being beautiful more than you being beautiful?
Yeah. I would think
just
I
want
wouldn't
that.
think I would feel insecure, but I would be like,
okay, cool. So y'all wouldn't. That's the answer, right? And the reason why you wouldn't feel insecure, because like I said, women are the beauty objects. So if a dude is trying to compete with you, well, I'm not gonna feel insecure. You're a man and you're trying to be beautiful. There's no competition, right? Now, vice versa, because attraction isn't symmetrical, ladies. Like you thinking like, oh, what I like in a man, the man should like in me. And what I'm saying is that the man doesn't, just like you don't care about a man fashion sense and his beauty. Men, we don't care about a woman making money.
I feel like that's not true because
not-
they
yeah.
want us to
care.
submit. They want us to submit. What is the point of having a woman that submits to you? If you are, I've met men. I used to be an alpha female. Like I was the bread maker, and I got in a lot of fights back in the day for me not being submissive because they felt because they felt like since I made the money, they'd like to say that I made the rules, which wasn't true, but it created a lot of issues because they felt like I didn't submit to them the way that they needed me to submit to them. I was with somebody for a very long time.
Well, feelings aren't necessarily true. The reason why you didn't submit is because that guy didn't have. Women
but they
don't
felt like it was because of the money.
No, is this feelings aren't true. Women don't submit to men that the man isn't like. Women don't submit to weak men.
That's what I was. Yeah.
Like you're not gonna submit to a dude that you're taking care of. You're not gonna submit to a dude that's inadequate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So you only like it's not even in you to submit to that dude. Like you just won't. It's like a magnet on both ends. It's just like clashing. You get what I'm saying? But if the women only submit to a guy that is showing those masculine traits and doing his job, that's normally how it goes.
I don't mind.
So the reason why it wasn't that he felt insecure, it's just that you couldn't submit because he just wasn't that nigga. He wasn't that dude for you. You get what I'm saying? Like he just wasn't that dude. He didn't make the cut. Like he was lacking. He was inadequate. That he was broke. He couldn't lead you. Like how can you submit to someone that you're leading the relationship in? Who's ever making more money, in most cases, 9 out of 10 times, usually leads the relationship. The man would have to be extremely masculine. Like it'd have to be a difference where like, okay, the man is making 100K and a woman is making like 110K. He can still lead that relationship and it'd be perfect. Like even 120K, he can still lead that relationship and be totally fine. But if the man is making 100K and a woman is making 500K, You're cruising for a bruising, homie. Most divorces happen because of finances, because the woman either out earns the man or the man loses the money that he was already earning. That's
But
just a
she's
fact.
saying that you just said that you said
That they
that they
don't
not
care.
gonna care what you're making.
Yeah, they don't. What I'm saying is because women break up with the guys. Guys don't break up with the woman in most cases, right? But the part is the feeling insecure is what I'm saying. Like I'm a man, I could tell you, like, and I was broke boy. All men was broke before. So even when I was broke. I remember out of high school, the girl I was dating in high school, she drove a BMW from her parents. I was living horrible, but she drove a BMW. I used to drive her BMW. She used to give me bread for mad stuff. I did not feel insecure at all. I was like, cool. But guess what? We were young and she got her money from her parents. So she was just giving it to me and stuff like that. And she still worked for it in other ways too, because they had a business, but it didn't make me feel insecure at all. And, she was fine at the time because she was young, but that woman, like her now, she would never do that. She wouldn't even respect the guy that's not really leading the relationship or providing in some sense.
There is a percentage
So you're
of
saying
men
it
that
depends on the age?
Well, no, that's just because I gave that example because when I was broke, I was young. I haven't been broke in a minute. So I can only explain it.
I would prefer a
doing
guy that I don't mind submitting. But it's hard to come across a guy that's going to lead to do that, though, for
Some
me to
people
back
need the
down.
Submission. Like,
you know?
they have to deserve the submission. And sometimes when they get the submission, they don't even know how to react to being someone who has submitted to them. So really, it's really the man. Like he said, they have to be in the right mindset to lead.
I do want
Really,
to bring it back,
all
though.
psychology, like really, the basic of it, where it comes from. Where does your morals and your standards come from of leading the household, and who submits, and how do you think a household should be
'Cause
run?
in my household, it was my grandfather. I was raised by my grandparents. My grandfather always go to work, but he don't lead the house. My grandmother does, like my whole life. So that's all I seen, like women lead and stuff. But I always knew, like.
But you said your grandfather, he worked?
Yeah, he still works. Now.
Yeah, it was different back in the day.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, the reason why it was different is because like he already out there. And think about it, you a kid, that's how you viewed it. That the only reason, trust me, he was leading it. He was leading it. If he the provider, he leading it. He calling the shots. And if not, he's directing someone else to like appointing people to be a shot caller. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, this here we got money hit. Yo, do what you need to do the groceries, stuff like this, and boom, 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 boom. That's normally even if you didn't know he was doing that, because you think about it, they was in a relationship for a long time. So in your eyes, it was just like, well, my grandmother, she's doing this, we doing that, and he just sitting chilling.
Well, maybe when I came
I
about,
disagree.
maybe before I was ever born, because like I said, it was my grandparents. So
Yeah.
my mom and stuff. Maybe it was like that back then when they was getting raised. But for me, that's not what I seen. Like,
Yeah, that's not what you're saying. But how can I word this so it makes sense? I speak about it a lot on the podcast because women say this a lot. It's like, because I was a kid too. It's like an invisible spot. So put it like this. The mother is always appreciated more than a father in society, period. Like the father, men are like expendable commodities, right? That's why they say women and children off the ship first. In a home, the woman is doing most of the stuff that the children see, the grandkids and things like that see, because she's doing stuff, she's setting things up. The man, he's hardly ever home, or even if he is home, he just finished working, so he chilling.
right.
So what you see in your eyes is like, oh, grandma or mom, she doing everything. But the man is literally sacrificing his time. Because you have to sacrifice time to make money. So he's literally sacrificing his time
Right.
to then make the bread, right?
Right.
So the resources is still coming from there. Now, it's two type of guys. I'm not saying all situations, but in most situations, who's ever making the bread, they are leading. The man is leading. But there are situations where the man is making the bread and he's just a feminine, docile, weak man, and the woman running all over him. So that's like an exception to the rule. That does happen, but it isn't like prevalent. It doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
And actually, I would say in this day and age, 2023, that probably happens more because niggas is weak.
I disagree.
Okay, go ahead.
Because my husband works every single day and I pay all the bills and I sacrifice my time too because I take care of 3 children and I clean and I cook and I take care of my entire household.
Yeah, you're proving my point.
But
so
you
think
are
about it, right?
You're
So-
the creator of the home.
I can back you up on this actually.
Yeah, hold on, let me just reply to that. So think about it, right? And I'll let you go. Trust me. You just said that you're sacrificing your time to take care of the home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair enough. You could say sacrifice, but you're not actually sacrificing anything. Because what else would you be doing? Would you be a bad
I would
mom?
go to work. What do you mean?
Okay, he's already working, making the bread. Would then you go to work too and then send your kids off to daycare?
No.
Is that the best situation?
No.
So no, you're doing what you need to do. You're doing what's best to do. So that's not really sacrificing your time. You're not in competition. Are you in competition with other moms? To be like, oh yeah, I'm parenting better. No, you're not in competition with other moms. He's in competition with other men and women out there going to make bread. If he's at a company, obviously he has to compete with the other people that he's in company to. So it's much different. It's literally sacrificing time and in competition with the world. If that makes sense.
I guess.
Yeah, so it's totally different. But go ahead.
So with that, it's kind of like what I call like the 1950s. You both have your role.
Right.
He goes to work. You may pay the bills on paper, but he's making the money to pay those bills.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I
technically,
know that.
he is paying the bills, and you're taking care of the household. It's the partnership and it's not sacrificing. Actually, he's sacrificing his time with his family because he's not getting to watch his kids grow like you are.
A lot.
Yeah, like he's sacrificing time with you, sacrificing sleep,
No, yeah,
and
I 100% agree with
as
that.
a mom, you sacrifice. Well, I wouldn't even say sacrifice, but like you give up, your freedom, go to work and all that stuff. But you also get to watch your kids grow up. You get to, make sure your house is clean the way you like it, and nobody's all that stuff, and you get to provide for your husband when he gets home, that everything's taken care of and he gets to just relax and you guys can just chill.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
not really
kind of
a
just
sacrifice.
I'm saying
like
it's more
it's
of a
just
partnership than sacrificing
Exactly.
for like.
Yeah, and then why I said that, you even proved my point even further, because think about it, your own situation. Think about what your kid's gonna view. The kid's gonna be, well, mommy was always here, being with me and playing with me. They won't even understand what daddy's doing. This is what I'm saying. The men's job is like an expendable commodity. No one really cares. It's just like, as long as the money is there, thank you, no thank you. You get what I'm saying? It's like, well, thank you, goodbye, as long as the money is coming in. But the women, that's why the woman's duties, what she does in a home, kids and the family member, and even society, they view it, well, now society is kind of viewing women that's staying at home is wrong. But most people still know that a stay-at-home mom is doing her thing, that she even has the ability to be a stay-at-home mom, which means that she has some sort of a masculine male leading her to be able to provide that.
I dated somebody that my dad was never there and he didn't teach me this. Okay, well, you see that big house? Yeah, he paid for that.
I never
those family vacations that you took every year?
Yeah.
All those like snowboards, all that stuff, that big Christmases, he did that. And you know what I mean? So like when people, because they're like, people look at what they don't have and who wasn't there for them more than they look at the big picture of how they grew up and all like what they had. And kids don't realize, like, oh, you have to pay for this. You know what I mean? He thought the internet came with the house.
My grandmother always made sure that I appreciated, that we knew and appreciated everything that we had. So that's why I never grew up like, oh, well, I never see my grandfather at home and nothing like that. I'm cool with him. I was cool with him going to work. I barely ever seen him because I would go to school and then he would be gone by the time I get back from school, and I would be asleep by the time he get back.
Yeah.
So it was like,
did you have anything? I know you had your hand up for a second.
No, I was way.
Yeah, I had something
got
to
way
say
too
about
far.
that. Way back. It was way
No,
back.
we could go back if you remember.
it was more so about like, I guess about like the whole like who the man cares about more thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're like so past that.
No,
I'm
that's
like,
fine. We could always go back. So
Okay.
what was you gonna say? Yeah.
Damn.
I wanted to say something if you want to think
About
about
that
what you
too?
were
Yeah,
saying.
go ahead. You can
Okay.
go first.
I wanted to say that basically earlier you were saying that as long as your man is satisfied sexually, then he ain't gonna go have sex with other people.
Who said that?
That is false.
Who said that?
No.
That's what he
I didn't
was
say
saying.
that.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, that isn't what I said. I was saying that. Let me break it down to you better so I can understand. The baseline thing, what a woman looks for in a man, like the baseline, which is the glue, like it's the base. It is a protector and a provider, right? The baseline thing that a man looks for from a woman is sexuality.
Right.
And I say sexuality because that encompasses, you know, submissiveness, femininity, stuff like that, right? Really submissiveness and femininity. So since the man is looking for the sexuality, the submissiveness and the femininity, then you get where I'm going with this? Like, then he's not holding the woman to her finances. Like, the finances isn't important, but the woman, her baseline is protecting and providing. So somewhere in the relationship, first year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, she would be looking for that man to provide. Make sense? So that's why now let's since you know that, now let's bring it together. That's why a man dating a woman that's making more than him, he wouldn't feel insecure because he doesn't even look for that in her baseline. In his baseline to her. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not even in her baseline to provide to him. So he wouldn't look for it. And this is the psychology of men and women is what I'm speaking about. This is in all of us. We're just, it's how God made us. You know what I'm saying? But vice versa, a woman that's dating a man, she could be making more than him. But some point in a relationship, if he's not asserting himself or showing that he is ambitious enough to go out there and really make something of himself to provide her a future, then she would feel like, okay, what's going on here?
What does that have to do with him cheating on her?
But think about it. The man, it goes into, you can connect the dots to that? All right. I'll connect the dots
I
for
just
you.
don't understand why
that just
he's,
brought me back to
why
what I
is
was
he
gonna say, so.
cheating?
Okay, so let me connect the dots for her real quick. Even if the man, hold that thought, even if the man, like what I told you before, men and women are different. You're looking at it from a female's lens. Like, you want quality. That's why you want a protector and a provider. We want quantity. That's why the freak we look for sexuality. So the man, why would he be sleeping with another woman and lying to that girl or telling that girl the truth? It's because that's what dudes want to do. Dudes want to go out there and act in those ways.
Okay.
That's just.
I don't.
So do you think that most men cheat?
Let me
Most men
go real
cheat.
quick.
Yeah,
y'all. Let me go real quick.
My husband's not like that, I guess.
Men are only as faithful as their options, right? So if a man has the ability to have sex with multiple women, then he will. Like I said, why would he
There's no
restrain?
self-control.
Well,
Yeah,
you didn't have self-control and you weren't a virgin. So why would he have self-control? This is what I'm saying. Since God is out of society and women aren't virgins and men aren't true protectors and providers how they should be, everything is all off, right? So that's why men, if they do garner some, because it's the morality.
So if you find somebody that you want to be with and you're checking off a lot of
trying to say
boxes and
something,
stuff
bro.
like that, don't you think that you're going to try to make things the right way, that your foundation, the way that you want your foundation to be? Like, so I want this and this type of person.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have self-control.
So this is what I'm saying,
and you're
ladies.
going to submit to me, and this is how it's
I get
gonna
what you're
be.
saying. So I'm not speaking how things should be. It
This is
should
how
be
they
like
are.
that. Yeah, I'm speaking about how things are. Just this is how it is. You know what I mean? So men are only as faithful as their options. Men shouldn't be like that. They should have some morality and some values or higher standards to withhold and have some sexual discipline to withhold themselves from going out there and being promiscuous. But it isn't like that. And the reason why it isn't like that is because we live in a godless society. Without religion and God, think about it. That's why you're not virgins, and you get what I'm saying? That's why men are out here smashing around. This is just how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, how it should be, I agree. I think it should be monogamous relationships. But yeah, you about to lose your question. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm like,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So like my personal stance on it, like now that like I've been hearing like the questions of what you guys are saying, like I actually don't believe that a man can be like sexually, like just sexual with one woman for the rest of his life or anything. So like I personally feel like if you make sure that I don't ever find out that you ever cheated on me, like you make this relationship so good that I never even have the thought that you're cheating on me, never even have the urge to go through your phone. I know you shaking your head, you looking at me like judging me a little bit.
I done tried it all, girl. Let me tell you.
No. This is my This is just my this is literally just my personal stance on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like it's the reason why a lot of marriages back in the day lasted so much longer, because it's like, all right, like the man might have stepped out on his wife, but he still made sure that the home was taken care of. He still made sure that like the side pieces or whatever, like they knew their place, so they knew that they could never like come to his woman and like, you know what I'm saying, like expose him or anything like that. So it might sound like desperate for love or like, you know what I'm saying? But I just personally don't believe that any man could be faithful to one woman. So back to like the original point, I feel like if you lie to me and you make it so that I don't ever know that you're cheating, I would feel like that you care about me more than if you were to just like be sloppy with it. Or
here's the problem.
Yeah,
everything
you know what I'm
always
saying?
comes out.
Yeah.
So
I know it all comes out. No.
Matters.
I know that's not my point. Like I know everything eventually comes to light, but I'm saying like
They could
basically
be
work
person. You're
past
gonna
that,
find out
basically.
Yeah,
anyway.
three
That's
things
not my
that always
point.
come out: the moon, the sun, and the truth.
Yeah, that's literally like way besides my point. My whole point is that I feel like a man can love a woman that he's lying to, because you're not going to go through all those measures to make sure that her so basically that's like long story short, that's my point. Like a man can love a woman that he's lying to versus if he just doesn't care about your feelings and just.
And you made a point, and that's I agree with that. He is definitely capable of, you know, still loving his woman and having sex with a woman. But you made a point. So you use back in the day, like in the 50s and stuff, right? So in the 50s and stuff, it wasn't because like you went to that to make the point, but it was some truth in that, but it wasn't the full thing.
Right.
The truth to it all, back in the 50s, there wasn't any social media. Back in the 50s for the woman. So it's not really on the man, right? Mm-hmm. Because think about it. Men would still protect and provide for a woman, and the woman would still leave them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because there's social media now. You live in Bumble, who knows where. Honeybee? What's the name of the city? Honey. She lives in an Amish town. But if the right dude slide in your DM, he could fly you out to Miami, fly you out to Dubai, and you could garner attention from other men, right? So the thing is that women are hypergamous. Now we're speaking about men and men's sexual nature. Men are naturally polygamous, meaning that they want quantity, they want multiple women. Right. But women are hypergamous. They want the best man that they could get. So since women have more attention than ever before because of social media, that's the reason why it's totally different from the 50s, because in the 50s, that woman, grandma, back in the 50s, well, guess what? Grandma had her husband to look at and the little dudes in her town to look at when she go to church. Okay. You get what I'm saying? That's who her husband is competing with. But now Brian, her husband now, like husbands now is Brian. Oh, Brian competing with the nigga in LA that got the BMW, the nigga in Miami that got the Lambo, the nigga in Dubai that got the jets. So Brian is competing with a lot of people. So even if Brian is at home protecting and providing for his woman, she's like, well, yeah, I got better options. It's the hypergamous nature. So here's what I'll say, right? I would say that the hypergamous nature in women is literally what's causing the damage of society. It's causing the damage of society because men didn't change. Men have always been the same. Men have always viewed women the same. We always prioritize, well, if the girl is a 10, but she's masculine, oh, I'll just smash you. But the girl that's a 6, but she's very feminine, I'll wife you. You see how the difference of it? And we don't prioritize a woman's money. The girl that's making $1 million, but she looks like freaking, Suzanne from Suzanne from the Susan show? What's the... I don't know.
You talking about Roseanne?
If the woman looks like Roseanne, but she got $1 million, he'll take the girl that looks like a full baddie, the girl that's a 10 but works at McDonald's. Get what I'm saying? So men didn't change. We still prioritize the things that we prioritize. But the thing is, since women are getting more attention than they ever got before, women change. Women hypergamous nature increase because of, in 2023. The man's polygamous nature, it didn't increase. It's the same.
I would say if you're dealing with a female that's dating you but comparing you, you're not dealing with a woman. You're dealing with a little girl that's still looking out. Because if I'm dating a man,
I want to know the love aspect of it all. Is there no love?
If I'm dating a man, I'm not going to compare him to anything because I see the greatness in him. I'm not out there looking at everybody else. I don't care what they have. I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I care what my man's doing. If he sees this great, that's what I'm focused on. But that's the different, I don't care what other people like. I really don't, because it's not in my life. And I could have Mr. Mercedes-Benz come, oh, you want to da-da-da? If you're a piece of shit, man, and you're going to disrespect me all the time and all that, I don't want nothing to do with you anyway.
Yeah. But, it's like, this is called the choice paradox, right? So you got two phases. You got the courting phase, the beginning phase of the relationship, and then you have the during the relationship part. So the process of what it takes when a man and woman meets, you got that process, and then you have the process when a man and woman already met and they're in a relationship and troubles happen there, but then also troubles happen there. So what I'm saying is that before they even get into the relationship, most women are just, put it like this. It's the choice paradox. And it was studies done on this. They talked about ice cream. And it was an ice cream shop, and they did studies on it. They had people go into an ice cream shop, and it was multiple flavors. It was cookie dough, chocolate chip, vanilla chocolate, butter pecan, Rocky Road, all these flavors. When the people went in the ice cream shop, it was very hard for them to make a choice. It'd be a line outside the door because everyone is like, oh, well, which one should I get? It's hard to choose from. But so then it took them very long to make choices because they were very indecisive. But when they only had two flavors, chocolate and vanilla, it was in and out. It was in and out. So think about this, right? This proves my point. Because it's not even about men and women. It's like in general, if men had a whole lot of options, the higher value guys, when they have options, you may attract them, but they just smash. You can't retain them. They won't wife you up, right? Because they got options. That's when it happens to men, when a man has a whole lot of options. But the women, they could be like a 4, but she still got so many options. So she just like, no, I'm indecisive here. I kind of want this here. She doesn't know what she wants. That's why when I was talking about you and I was talking about your personal life, you're in that paradox of really, you're very indecisive. You're a very indecisive person.
Not about my ice cream. It's chocolate.
Well,
but
well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
If
but
I like a guy, then it's that guy. But I'm not like looking at all the other. But
he's saying like
mentally,
maybe
I choose men that I know aren't going to work out. But that's my toxic little trait that I do for myself.
It's not toxic. It's not a toxic trait. It's because you're just prioritizing the wrong things in a man. So this is the other thing, right? That ladies should all should know. Women tend to always, and men do it too. I'll speak about men first. Yeah, I kind of understand where I'm going. Men prioritize wrong traits in a girl. He'll see a girl, she got a small waist, she got a fat booty, and he's like dismissing her attitude. He's dismissing the way she talks to him. He's dismissing her always going out to the club. He's dismissing all these red flags because of the small waist, the fat booty, the beautiful girl. He's like, I want that. I need that. I gotta have it, mama. Mwah. You know, it's caviar to that man. You get what I'm saying? So he dismisses those red flags. And guess what? When he messes with a girl like that, it's only short term.
Yeah, I was about to say it burns
right? It's
out.
only short term.
Burns out.
Now, women, and that's the man prioritizing the wrong traits in a woman, right? The man should be prioritizing different traits in her. Her femininity. Is she coachable? Does she have values and certain values about herself and morality about herself? Does she has chastity? You get what I'm saying? Is she sweet, kind? You know, things like that. It should be the opposite of that loud, rambunctious girl. Now, the women normally prioritize, guess what? The guy that can make you feel the vibes. You prioritize the nigga that can rizz you up. You want to be rizzed up. You want to feel like you in La La Land when you speaking to this dude. That's why you spoke to the nigga that was broke and couldn't provide anything for you, because you just said like, well, yeah, he made me feel like I was real feminine. Feel.
That wasn't the broke one.
Oh, well, maybe it wasn't broke,
Get
but
my
in
guys
general, right?
No,
So,
just kidding.
so what I'm saying is that women prioritize the wrong traits in a man. So they should be prioritizing the other traits in a man. Is he a leader? Is he masculine? Is he decisive? Right? Is he just, does he have a strong frame about, is he congruent? Is his actions congruent? Meaning what he says, he does. Right. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, does he have integrity and all of these other traits? Because those are long-term traits. Guess what? The short-term mating traits is the dude that could rizz you up. The dude that has charisma. The dudes that make you feel the vibes, that's all short-term. But he's lacking in other areas because, like I said, it streams from the base. You want a dude that can provide for you. All ladies want that. That's the long-term. The dude that has those traits, because you got to think about it, right? Because, like I said, human beings, the way they operate in one way, they operate in a multitude of other ways. So if the man is able to have the discipline, because guess what, ladies? It takes, you all know, it takes discipline to make money, right? Only 20% of the population makes $100,000 a year. So that means, and men and women, so that means that the people that are making, and I'm not talking about sex work. Sex work is different. You can make that, a girl could show some feet or something and create an OnlyFans. She can get that. Besides the sex work, actually going out there and making an honest living, it's much different. And it takes, you literally have to have discipline. It takes discipline to be able to make money. And discipline is an attractive trait. And then to make a lot of money, it takes certain characteristic traits like, well, you got to be assertive. You got to assert yourself. You got to be dominant to a degree. You can't just be, you have to be non-agreeable. Like the best salespeople, are you in sales? Are you around salespeople?
I'm around sales.
But guess what?
Well,
The best salespeople in your company, they are the ones that's non-agreeable because they need to make the deal. If they're agreeing with anything, oh, well, yeah, well, they go into the car dealership and they're, yeah, I like this one. Here, well, I'll be back. I gotta, I'll be back another time. They'll just let that person go, oh, yeah, sure, come back when you're ready. But the non-agreeable person, well, yeah, I know you like this one, but I have something better for you. Come over here. Well, that's the sales guy. That's the assertive person. That's the person that has that. It's just something in those people that's attractive in a woman's eyes.
Well, I can sell a car over the phone. That's part of my job.
Yeah, but
so,
no,
like,
but
that's
I know you're talking about the car part, but I'm using this as an example to pretty much say that men that are leaders, it comes with certain traits, and the traits that it takes to make the money is the traits that is attractive to women. And those are the long-term traits: assertive, dominant, A-type personality, non-agreeable, and masculine. That man you see a future with because he can lead you. The other traits, like those are the traits you should prioritize. The other traits, him being, having charisma and other things like that, that's like short term. You feel the vibes is good, but it's like, where is it a future besides this? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Does that make sense? Does that correlate?
That's how I felt in the last thing. It was like, it was all cool and fun. Obviously, it's gonna be fun in the beginning and stuff like that. Yeah. And after a while, it's just like you start thinking like, okay, where is this going?
Where's it going? Yeah. Homie just raised you up.
Right.
Got in them drawers. Good job. Moving right along. No, you had something?
Wow. He did. Was all right. That's cool.
You had something?
I was just gonna say, jumping off of that topic, how long do you think that it takes for a man to know if that's gonna be his wife or not?
Yeah, I know, because she been in a relationship with the dude for 7 years.
So do you think that it'll take them a long time? Or do you think they'll know right away? Or even in a couple years? I know my
In her case is different. In every case is different. Let's just use her, because her is the extreme, and then let's use like another extreme, both extreme ends. Her case, she's a stay-at-home mom, so obviously he truly, deeply loves her. You get what I'm saying? Because he's literally sacrificing his time to provide her a comfortable situation where she could stay at home and raise the kids properly. So there's true love there. But the other side to that, it could just be, maybe he's waiting on the right moment. Maybe, put it like this. In a men's, we don't really care about giving a woman a ring. It's just not like even on our mind sometimes. Like, he's literally already doing his job. Like the men that's already doing their job, it's already like a commitment. So this is the thing. I don't think women should truly harp on a ring so much. Of course, we know you want the marriage, the wedding, and all of this. Cool, great. I don't think a woman should really be harping on a ring. If the man is doing everything that he's supposed to do after you get the ring anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because then it doesn't make a difference if you get the ring. The ring is just kind of like, it's for you to just feel good. But guess what? You should already be feeling good. You know what I'm saying? If he's doing everything. Now, the other extreme is the dude that's been clapping cheeks for a while, and he's not really protecting and providing for the woman and giving the woman a comfortable situation like she's experiencing. He's just out there, y'all live in two separate homes, and you're dating him. It's been several years, and he likes you, but he just never took it to that level to give you that. Like, true commitment in a ring, that comes from when you like move in with someone and the dude is sacrificing his time and energy to provide for you, so you don't have to sacrifice your time and energy to provide for yourself. Make sense? So that's that true love and commitment, and which equals like that ring, even if you don't actually have the tangible ring like on your finger.
So it doesn't make a difference.
So, well, no, it is a difference in it. The difference in her situation, she's winning. The difference in another girl's situation that isn't being provided for, she's wasting her time. Yeah. She's wasting her time. She should get out that situation.
Well, marriage shouldn't always just be about a piece of paper and a ring either, though.
That's what you said about the first thing.
Yeah,
you usually fall in your roles right away. If you love somebody with or without the ring, you're falling into your roles because you love that person.
Yeah. You had something, but before you go, I thought you had something. You was good?
I was good.
Oh, you was good.
I just want to know, like, if you found a good man, like, for a fact that he's a good man, and he could give you a good family and provide for you, and you know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Would you drop your social media?
Yeah.
Oh, good question. She said yeah.
I feel like if you have somebody that is a good man for you, you're willing to do anything for that person. It's all about compromise in a relationship.
So you would delete your social media?
I would.
Okay. What about you, Jada? So the question is, if you had a good man, he doing everything, protect and provide for you, he's the man of your dreams, would you delete your social media for that man?
The short answer would be yes, but at the same time, it's like,
no more posting thirst traps.
Oh, no. Yeah, I would do that, of course. But at the same time, like, I feel like not social media in general, like, I guess it's like more of a long answer, but it's like sometimes like people do seem like they're good and all this stuff like that, and they want to like really control you and isolate you. So to me, it would be like, we would have to talk about the reasons why, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you feel
gonna make you delete?
That's why I said the first, like, if he's like genuinely a good man, like you said, like, for a fact, then it's like, and he has valid reasons of why he just thinks that it's not a good idea, then yeah. But it's like, if it's just a control thing, it's like, no.
I feel you.
So,
well, that's Facebook's for family, Instagram's for like, that I would, whatever.
Okay. So your answer is okay. I got you. If he's okay, so you pretty much said yeah. What about yourself?
Right.
Me?
Yeah. Would you delete your social media for the man of your dreams?
Yeah, because like Instagram, I don't need I don't really use Instagram anyway. I post a picture like here and there if I'm feeling cute. But like Facebook, I use that for like family and all that stuff. Instagram is like if I add I usually I don't even I think I have one picture of one of my kids on Instagram. Like that's just me. So that I'd have no problem. That wouldn't even need to like whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean Facebook, that's like I think already private. That's just for family and like keep on up and like that I don't see all like that. But if you're in a relationship and you have that man, you shouldn't be posting thirst traps anyway.
Right.
That shouldn't even be a discussion. That shouldn't even be a problem. You should respect your man enough to not be dressing a certain way or, posting certain things or talking certain. It's just, you shouldn't have to do anything you're going to like have to explain to, lie about, or apologize for.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yes,
Well, I know.
I already know her answer going to be. Well, actually, let's check it out. Oh, see, she's the contrarian. All right, so you wouldn't delete your social media.
I don't know why do I gotta delete it?
All right, so
I mean, really,
Like,
it doesn't matter to me because I like hardly ever go on mine. Like I said in the beginning, I hardly ever go on my Facebook or my Instagram.
If he thinks it's the best interest for you and the family.
So just like your current situation, right? What's your man's name?
Jacob.
Big Jake. Big Jake was like, hey, mama, I really don't want you having a social media. Let's delete all of them, the Instagram, all of that. Would you fight for it to keep it? Or would you say, I respect you. I love you. Done. Delete it.
The only thing I'm not deleting is Snapchat.
Wow.
But that's because me and him are like at like 1,600 for streaks. Okay, we got our streaks. We can't, no.
What are streaks? I don't even know what streaks are.
It's when
What?
you got like
I hate streaks, bro.
consecutively
I'll delete you.
Snapchat
consecutively Snapchat
every single day.
You
Do you
get
get an
streaks.
award or money for that?
Every time you
Or something?
ask.
No,
That is
it's
not
our
award.
thing.
No.
It's our thing. It's been our thing since we started
Okay, but
dating.
he-
Every
this is the thing.
single day.
Keep
He
your
wanted
streak going.
that
That's all
going
I'm
too.
saying.
No, he wouldn't do that.
But no, let's just say he wanted. It's hypothetical.
wouldn't.
No, hypothetical. He wanted the Snapchat going too. Are you deleting it too?
I mean, if he's deleting his, I guess if we ain't doing streaks no more.
Okay, I thought you was like, I was talking to the other dude.
I don't talk to no
Snapchat
dudes on my
messages
Snapchat.
disappeared.
It's all girls.
Okay.
I mean, like I have my
See if
brother,
it was a
my
crack in the armor.
females, friends.
Maybe a
or,
homie can slide in. Somebody
husbands or
slide in.
boyfriends, but like I don't just have like random dudes. Like
I've seen people
No, I feel
change
you.
people's names. No, I'm just kidding.
no, I do know people that do that, but no,
I know people who do that too.
but no, not
Yeah,
me.
people do crazy stuff. You awake? Mm-hmm. All right. She over here, eyes is tinted.
Okay.
You Asian persuasion over
Oh
here,
my
baby.
goodness.
Shorty over here speak Korean. No, I'm playing. So we got a few more questions and then we can wrap it up. But before I get into any questions, you said you had some more questions. Let's wake you up. You got any more questions? Put your mic a little closer too.
Okay. Could I look at my notes? I put something in my notes.
Go look at your notes. While she's looking at her notes, any other ladies got any questions? No?
Not right now.
Nothing?
I
You good?
didn't do my homework. I didn't think of any questions.
All good. So
Sorry.
It's Gucci. You got anything?
Do you think women need to be more honest about their toxic traits than a man's? Because it's all
'cause
about like what men do and horrible, and
Yeah, 'cause-
but they don't own up to any other shit.
Yeah, I know. Females.
So
Girl,
you
you
saying
gotta
should
pick
women be
me.
more
Yeah.
accountable?
Yeah.
Yeah, for themselves in a relationship. Like,
Listen,
look back and be like,
there's-
that was it.
You already
Two
know what he's
words.
gonna
Yes.
say.
2 words women are allergic to.
Girl, pick me.
Sorry and accountability.
I love saying
I
They
say
ain't
sorry
taking
probably
that.
like
I
100
say
times
sorry
a
all
day.
the
I don't know
time.
why you putting us
I get
under
in
the
trouble
bus like
for
that.
saying sorry.
Generally speaking, women do not really want to say sorry and they do not want to take accountability. So to answer your question, they should, but will they? No.
Yes.
I think it depends on
Maybe you
If
will.
I
what
wanted-
the
If I
situation
cared
is.
enough about you, yes, I would. And I just told somebody that the other day. I'm like, yo, I'm talking to somebody.
But no,
so-
but that's the thing, right? My bad. because like to keep the conversation concise, because you're saying like you have to care about the person, like the accountability part. Like think about it.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to.
So
say
like
that,
red
but-
flags. Red flags could happen before the relationship,
Right.
and during the relationship, and after the relationship. Red flags. The most red flag to a man, the number one red flag, being promiscuous. We don't want whores. So
Right.
if you are doing anything promiscuous or promoting yourself in some promiscuous way, it's like, I hit it. I keep hitting it forever if I could, but I won't ever take you seriously.
Right.
You won't commit.
And
to it.
they'll sell you a good dream too that they're gonna take you seriously. So a good dream, but and that's the thing. That's why most, and I'll say this too, right? Because I wanted to say this before, and then I'll go to you because you got a question.
Oh no, I want to answer that too.
Oh, okay. So then I'll bring it to you because you want to answer it. So here's the thing: if women didn't, how can I say it? Actually, I'll say my other point, and then I'll bring it to the point I just gonna make. Right? The thing is like this. Men, we prioritize a woman's purity so much that like you ladies don't even know. Like we truly want a pure woman, right? Meaning that, of course, it's 2023. We ain't gonna get a virgin, right?
Right.
And we may not even get a girl under. We hoping that she's under double digits, right? We hoping it's like 9 and under. We prefer, all men will prefer a virgin, but we hoping it's not that high, the body count. And it's a multitude of reasons why. But let's just stick with that. Men prioritize a woman's purity. So the small, subtle things that a woman could do, like alluding to your question, the red flags, it literally dismisses them from having long-term relationships with men that they truly desire, right? Because what happens is it could be something very subtle and small that you don't know. Like, this is what I want to say. Men disqualify women silently. They'll keep smashing you and you'll never get the commitment, but you'll never know why, because it's silent. Because somewhere you did something promiscuous that you ain't even know was promiscuous. Maybe you was posting gym pictures and you were showing too much, and in his eyes, he like, I can't do this. Like, you know what I mean? Men we want purity. Like, and one of the reasons why too is because like status, like the woman is a mere reflection of the man's masculinity. So if we have a girl that's out there being promiscuous, it's like, how can I really give you that commitment if you did something in the relationship or even prior to it that was like showing that you really didn't value yourself like that? That's why women that do OnlyFans have a hard time locking down a guy that they truly love, admire, and respect. They could lock down other dudes, one of those simps that's just going to pedestalize them, but it's hard for them to lock down the higher value men that's really has masculinity and boundaries around them. One second. And then the other thing is, and also women, OnlyFans, women that strip, women that do any type of sex work, it's hard for them to lock down a man of value that they truly find valuable, because those dudes, they can attract them. They see them, they get them all the time. They hop in the DMs, maybe, a situation going on, the dude hits, and she really liked the dude. That's the dude she would have submitted to off the bat. But it's like, he just smashed you. You didn't qualify for his commitment value, right? You just qualify for smash value because you was on OnlyFans or on a stripper pole and stuff like that. Make sense? Now, the other guys, the lower value guys, they'll tolerate that. They'll say, well, cool, I'll get with you. But guess what? Those are the guys that you don't want. So it's like that. It's like a weird paradox where it's like you get in the attention of men that you want, but they're just smashing. The dudes that is cool, you don't really want to commit to them, but those dudes want you.
I'm not promiscuous at all.
No, I'm talking in
I know. I'm talking about myself.
Yeah, I'm not saying anyone is promiscuous.
Because I was talking about, like toxic traits and stuff. I get the promiscuous thing because I do feel like you represent your man when you're out,
right?
Or with somebody. I have a hard time. I have a shirt that's backless, and I have a hard time even showing that off. You know what I mean? So I
Girl.
give it
Yeah, I don't even
somewhat
like
to a
wearing
girl
basics.
that's
Don't
like,
In order,
Yeah. So
but
in
so
order for
Move
you
along.
to be even honest about your toxic traits, you have to know them.
well, that's
And I feel like some women don't even know their own toxic traits
'Cause
to be
nobody
able to
tells
admit
them.
them.
yeah, because no one. The reason why no one she doesn't know because like shame, like society and people nowadays try to not shame women. We can't body shame them. We can't, shame them for anything. It's kind of like, ew. And then you got to think about it. In order for the man to get sex from the woman, he can't shame the woman. So women never get shamed from men because those dudes want to hit. So why would they be like, well, I don't even want to have sex with you because you're dressed like this or you're doing this thing. I'm like, no, I want to still smash you. So let me not say this, but I'm just not going to wife her. It makes sense. So if we bring shame back in society and men and women was shaming one another, then of course the woman would have some more sexual temperance, some more, a higher sense of her value. You get what I'm saying? And the opposite gender and stuff like that too. So
Yeah, if
But
it,
yeah.
if it was more sharp, like it was at one point in time, like you said, more shameful. Like if I went out here and had sex with like 10 dudes, everybody would be looking at me like I'm fucking crazy. But nowadays, if I go have sex with 10 dudes, all the girls be like, yeah, girl, yeah.
I'll say this too. This is what I want to say. The last thing, and then I'll move right along, and then y'all ladies could go. Think about it, ladies. Y'all actually got all the power in the dating market. All the power is in y'all ladies' hands, but y'all just have to come together. Let's imagine if all women came together and said, you know what? I'm not going to have sex until I'm married. Niggas will be marrying y'all very quickly.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But the thing is that it's a very, very small group of women, right? Since religion is going out of America, God is going out of America, shaming is going out of America. It's like, well, most women are out there being promiscuous. So even the good girls, it's a harder fight because most women are being promiscuous. So if most women are being promiscuous, now in the guy's eyes, it's like, well, I'm not going to wait for marriage because I could talk to Katie over here and she'll give me sex. And once I get sex, there's a higher probability that I could get into a relationship with her anyway. Because men prioritize sex. So since men prioritize sex, you hold all the power. If you ladies came together, women want to have women empowerment, or the whole women empowerment movement, come empowerment to say, hey, we're all going to hold our sexuality to ourselves until we receive rings. That would get all men in line. Then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. My podcast
agree.
wouldn't exist.
There's plenty of women that say no all the time, so that's not really true.
Like I said, there's a small group of women that would wait until marriage. A small group of women that would wait until marriage, but there's so many promiscuous women because not only that, like now women make money off, and it's been like this since the beginning of the times there were prostitution.
Sex is always sold.
Sex always sold, right? But think about if sex didn't sell, then it's like, okay,
wouldn't have no
well,
choice.
not even that, because it's always going to sell because men are always going to want sex. But say if you just had more discipline, if God was in a society and religion was in society, we would have more order. And then, like I said, from the beginning of the podcast, well, you want a man to just be, monogamous to you, but you wasn't a virgin. Well, that's because everything is out of order.
it doesn't mean you're cheating on them just because you're
But
not
I think
a virgin.
that falls back
Yeah.
into like
It
the
falls
Bible,
into
right?
this because men look for a woman without a past, and a woman looks for a man with a future. We're like opposites.
And good morals.
Yeah,
Good luck,
exactly. So anything that, like, if you had a promiscuous past in our mind, like I'm giving you the male experience and what's in a male's eyes. Like if you did anything promiscuous in the male's eyes, it's just like, like he's not going to commit to you like that.
But I have
Especially a man that has options, like a man of value.
2 kids, but I could have only had sex 2 times to get them. So like, you know what I mean? Like you can't.
You can't even
Can I bring up a
Yeah.
point?
Yeah,
now?
go ahead.
Thank
Yeah.
you, please. I would say, like, I don't understand why it's always like a male versus female thing about like accountability and stuff like that, because it's like everybody should be taking accountability the same way that you said that sex sells because men are gonna buy it, and if you know what I'm saying, like if women want to fix the society and do all this stuff, it's like, okay, we should stand together and say no to sex, but it's like, why is that all on the women? Like, why can't the men be accountable for
we could say men are accountable, men should be accountable. It's supply and demand.
Right.
You understand economics? So supply and demand. If there is a supply, there will always be a demand.
Right.
Always be a demand. And
Exactly.
since there are so the supply the supply normally comes first, right? So we could say that men have a demand for sex.
Right.
Women are the sexual objects, right? If they don't supply it, the demand will never be met. So that's how we stop it there.
They'll take it.
No.
But like, it's like,
So you're talking about something else as far as like men raping and like other situations
like it's like
that.
you can't just say that women can just be like, oh, we're not gonna.
That's an exception to the rule, and we have strong men, and this is like, think about it. We got 3 white girls on the panel. Y'all scream right now. The cops gonna be here quick. Y'all don't even gotta call the cops. Y'all just scream, ah! SWAT team gonna come and arrest me. That's a joke, but you get what I'm saying. We have men. We live in a society. We live in a first world country. In another country is a little different, but in this first world country, men, we have it set up where it's, we have the police. We have different areas where that can protect the woman from being harmed in that situation. Now, it still happens, of course, yes, but my point is that it's supply and demand. Women are if there isn't a supply, the demand will never be met. Because there's always going to be a demand. You can't get rid of the demand, but you can get rid of the supply.
Right.
Make sense? Like, you can never get rid of a demand. The demand is like that tendency, that natural proclivity, that men have a natural propensity that's in them to have sex with like women, right? It's in us to, spread our seed far and wide. So that's that natural propensity that, it's the demand, right? The supply is the woman, and she has her sexuality, but she has the ability to withhold her sexuality for marriage, right? Then the demand will be met where more men will be, they won't just be smashing women, right? They will be doing what they have to do to then marry a woman. They will be showing you those good experiences out on dates, not just rizzing you up the whole time, but really out there trying to build a future for his future wife, because he knows like, well, Jada's my girl. And I really like Jada. I got a crush on her. But I know I can't ever have sex with Jada unless I want to get arrested for the rest of my life, right? I know I can't never have sex with Jada unless, I marry her. And I know her requirements for marriage. She's not going to take no weak dude, no docile dude, no dude that can't provide her a future. Because if I did get on one, if I was a dude that's just at home eating cereal all day and proposed to her, she would decline my proposal. But if I'm a man that's out there being ambitious and making something of myself that could provide her a good future, and I get on one knee, she would accept my proposal. You get what I'm saying? So the power is in a woman's hands.
So basically what you're saying is like, why would you buy the cow when you get the milk for free?
Exactly.
Yeah, but either way, like, basically, like, my point is like, okay, you could hold out for marriage, get the marriage, and then the marriage still doesn't work out, or whatever the case may be. So it's like, I don't understand why everybody's always so focused on like a male or a woman taking accountability when it's literally human beings that just have faults, and just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why it's always so like,
because women rule.
You think about it totally different. If women waited for marriage to have sex, that man that's getting in a relationship, they would see more of a purpose in their relationship and wouldn't be wanting to just break up. The woman wouldn't want to be divorced from the man. The man would be making sure he's doing his job, because he knows that if the relationship goes downhill, and she knows that if the relationship goes downhill, it's a long process she got to go through before, and the man knows it's a long process I got to go through again to get sex, because that's what's on her mind. Make sense? So a man is going to be doing the best that they can do. That's how you'll get the best out of a man. That's how you'll get the best out of society.
If you have to basically force, like...
It's not forcing a man. It's just that's the thing. It's this whole woman empowerment, right? Well, woman empowerment. But the woman empowerment movement is like, they're lying to you. They're telling you to be more promiscuous, sexual liberation, and things like that. They're literally leading you to your downfall. What's woman empowerment is all coming together and say, hey, ladies, guess what? We know our main agency, and we're going to use this right. And we know what we truly want and what we truly desire. We truly desire true commitment from a genuine man that loves, admires, that loves and respects us, right? A masculine male. So guess what? We're going to hold our sexual temperance and wait until marriage. So if all women came and did that, society would fully change.
Then I would feel like a man. Like I don't know, because there's divorce and like I don't know. I guess.
But what I'm saying is, it would be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Or like forcing a man to marry you so he can have sex.
No. You're not forcing a man. What?
Well, I feel like it's more
you would still be dating that
earning.
man. Dating that man.
Like,
put it like this, right? You said earning?
Yeah, like
yeah. It's exactly. It's earning the ability that when religion and God was in America or in the world, that's how it was. Like, why do you think the fathers had their daughters, and the fathers will go out there and find the guys for the daughter, and the daughter was a virgin?
Yeah, but some of those guys were like 40 years old, like marrying 11-year-olds.
Because the reason why, you got to think about it. I'm a father. I have a daughter that's 11 years old. I'm definitely going to be choosing my daughter's husband. Facts. The reason why it was like that and it worked out before in the past is because women dismiss red flags in the guys. They want to feel rizzed up all the time. They want to feel the vibe, right? That's naturally in women, and men naturally know that, right? So I don't want my daughter to get rizzed up by a broke bum that just made her feel good and she spread her legs open to one broke bum, two broke bums, three broke, a dude that's just not treating her right? So I can see it. I can see things that my daughter can't see in other men because I'm a man. And then I would also teach my daughter certain things so she could see what I'm seeing in other men, right? So then she would be able to have more discernment, because God gave us the ability to have discernment, but most people don't know how to use it.
They just don't know how to.
Yeah, most people don't know how to use discernment. But the reason why it worked out good back in the day, there are pros and cons to everything, because of course things could be taken advantage of where, well, just take my daughter because I want to have all this land with this marriage. But that's not a godly thing to do. That's not a good thing to do. So things could always be taken advantage of. But the reason why it worked out in the past is because the father is like, oh, you like, Kyle over here? Well, he's attractive and he's tall, but his family is bums. He's a bum, and he's not doing. He could barely catch any fish. Well, like, what can he provide you? I know he can make you feel good, but he can't provide anything, any longevity for you. But he'll be like, Nick over here, he comes from a good family, and he's an assertive, dominant man. Nick is only 5'8", but he's a good guy. We're going with Nick. Don't worry about it. I know you're attracted to him and you feel those vibes, but Nick, he's a better long-term maiden choice. And it would actually work out longer with Nick. And it would actually work out better with Nick, especially if the daughter that's marrying Nick prioritize the things that she should be prioritizing instead of the silly things. Make sense?
What about the percentage of men that like the challenge, and once they finally get and marry the person that they work so hard to have sex with and things like that, and then once they finally have them, then it's just out the door?
Yeah, it's not the man, it goes on a woman. So the women make this fatal mistake.
But
I got you,
Jada. Though. Like, once you
this
get
will make sense to you,
married,
Jada.
there's men that get married, and then once they get married,
yeah, Jada, I'll make it make sense to you. I got two girls, right? The one girl I talk to, and we link up, I smash, and she goes home, and that's it. The other girl I link up with, I smash, and in the morning, she cooks me breakfast. She did my laundry. It's like, whoa, wait. This other chick was badder, like a 10, and she just left. But this chick that's a 6, she's adding value outside of sex. That's a good thing, right? Because that's part of those submissive traits, those, that's like men see a future with that. Like, okay, we want to bring this woman into our future. The girl that we just had sex with and she didn't add any value outside of sex, then it's kind of just like, short-term benefits. You get what I'm saying? So to answer the question concisely, men put girls in two categories: sex zone and then committing zone, a woman that they're going to commit to. Sex zone is girls that don't add any value outside of sex.
Do you ever think that the girl doesn't care to add value because she doesn't really?
Even
see
if she
anything?
doesn't, that's perfectly fine. But in her scenario, she was talking about when a girl likes a man and the guy, and they get, it's that honeymoon phase or whatever. But then afterwards, he's kind of just like, I don't really want her.
You'll know when he really values you. You'll know.
No, that's not true, because as a dancer, like, I've had people come, like, all right, now I don't want to say his name or anything like that, but I've been seeing him come in the club forever now, and like, he literally brags about how good his girl is and all this stuff like that, but then he's like, oh, but it's boring now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't say that, oh, you're only putting it in two categories, because it's like, okay, you just did everything to get this girl to be in a relationship with her. You think everything, you love the way she cooks, you love the way she does this, you love the way she does that, but you're not having as much fun as you did in the beginning. So that's like back to her point about,
There's a box that
you know what I'm saying? Like, you literally cannot turn it all around. Like, everything is not always going to be on a woman. Like,
yeah, Jada. So that goes into men. Women have two categories too. Men have.
I didn't say he was bored about the sex. I said he was bored in general. Like, maybe she's not like a party girl. Like, she don't like to go out and get drunk.
I get what you're saying.
You
so,
know what I'm
but
saying?
you gotta that is true what you're saying. But you're missing the point that he has a woman at home that he's protecting and providing for, and that he truly loves. But he's going out and you're dancing on him. And that's what, he doesn't love you. He don't care about you.
Right.
He's just doing that with you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about my point. Yeah.
Well, not even just yourself, in general, because I know guys that do that too.
I'm talking about what she asked. I'm talking about what she asked about. Like, you literally said, like, oh, once they're in a relationship or once they're married and he stops doing all the things that he did to get her to accept that marriage, you literally put it back on the woman. And my thing is, that's literally not always the case, or that's not even the case some of the times. Like, it could literally be the man sometimes. It's okay to say that. No,
I get what you're saying. So, well, she made a point that's a different point. I get what you're saying. My point was from the man, the man talking to a woman, right? And everything is going cool. And then he doesn't want to give her any commitment. He's just smashing, right? It's because she's not able to add value outside of sex.
Okay, I thought she was saying after you got him to commit. Yeah, she said after you got him to commit and all this stuff like that. Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
So after you got the guy to commit,
so you get him to commit, you can get married and everything,
exactly.
and then they just give up. They got the girl. They were like, oh, well, I already got married. I already went all the way.
So I didn't understand that. What did he give up on?
She took care of him.
No, giving up on
basically where they just kind of just stopped doing everything they did before
to get you married.
Yeah, basically everything that all the values you saw in them just went out the door.
Oh, silly goose. No. So that's different from what you were saying.
No, it's not. That's exactly what I was saying.
Once you got married,
no, it's not.
It's two different folds. I'll tell you
why.
They
worked so hard, and then once you finally got married, and you finally was like, all right, I'm submitting, I'm doing everything, I'm doing my role,
trying to have babies, everything.
And everything, we about to do everything the right way, and then boom, everything went out the door because they thought that they already got you.
No, this is what I'm saying.
All the way.
You just chose the wrong man.
Oh, yeah.
So, and the reason why you chose the wrong man. Look. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
So you done forced him to commit all this stuff. Sorry.
It's so funny because y'all not connecting the dots to what I'm saying.
Not.
No, I'm I truly.
You just picked the wrong person.
No,
that's all.
Yeah, like, if it's you wrong, you wrong. Oh, nah. So you just choose the wrong dude.
All right, so I'll say this. There's 3 type of men. I said it before. There's 3 type of men. But all girls get confused about the type of men because women prioritize their feelings first, besides prioritizing logic and reason, right? So since everything is feelings based, you're slaves to your feelings, you dismiss these red flags that you shouldn't be dismissing. That's what I'm saying. You chose the wrong man. The woman that gets into a situation like that, she chose the wrong dude. The reason why she chose the wrong dude, because there's only three types of men. There's guy A. He's the tall, charming, charismatic. He's ambitious. He has all the traits. He's assertive, dominant, and he financially successful. He's great, right? Great all around. Guy A. Extremely hard to retain. You could obtain, meaning get him for a night or two, or 4 or 5, but you can't retain that guy because he got options. Then there's guy B. Now, guy B, he got none of the stuff. He don't got any of the financials part of that guy A has, but he has the charisma, the stuff like that, and all of those other traits that you see, right? But they'll normally put on a front. So B and C put on fronts, but guy B has all the other things that the traits that guy A has besides the financials. Guy C, he doesn't have the finances and he doesn't have the looks. He just got the charisma. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But guess what? Women get sucked in by these two guys, guy C and guy B, because they put on certain fronts about, like, the reason why you don't think about it. When a man is planning a date and he wants to see you, be ready by 8, I'm taking you out. Wear this. He's not like, well, what do you want to do? Should we do this? That's already a red flag. Well, you're indecisive. If you're approaching me, you want to take me out. Why aren't you decisive in these steps? So you can literally find red flags right in the beginning of the relationship, but you just dismiss those red flags.
Nah, she's talking about if he checks all the boxes. Yeah, you trying to go around it.
No, I'm not going around. He didn't check off all. He was never guy A.
I'm not talking about her personal situation. I'm talking about the hypothetical question that she brought up.
No, this is what I'm saying. Y'all saying something similar, but it's different because you talking about the dude.
The way that he said it, because even if they did check all the boxes, they really didn't check all the boxes.
Because you're thinking that they checked off the boxes,
but they really didn't.
This is what I'm trying to say. You're thinking that they checked off all the boxes.
Either way, no matter which way you flip it, it's the woman's fault.
No, it's not even the woman's fault.
Guess what?
I don't think it's like that.
It is because women grant access to sex, men grant access to commitment. So since if you granted access to a man, to the wrong dude to have sex with, but he's not the right man to be for commitment, that's your fault.
But you said, okay, so there's 3 types. And these guys won't work, but you just said A was unattainable.
You can obtain them, but he's very hard to obtain.
Guy A could literally turn into guy B. Like, people could be... You trying to say that people can't...
Guy A don't never turn into...
Yes, they can. So a guy... hold on, let me make one point.
A Drake, a Jeff Bezos, or any of these dudes go to... what's the nigga? Can't touch this. MC Hammer.
Yes. So you mean to say that there's not people that's at the top of their... You mean to tell me that there's not people at the top of their game, super successful in their business, maybe develop some type of addiction, some type of something, and then become... Yeah.
I mean, if you just said, like, it would have to be something like a condition, a mental illness, or an accident, or something like that. Something crazy would have to happen. Like, guy A is that dude. And I know because... men have zero value, right? We start off as zero sexual value in a woman's eyes. I was guy C, and I was guy B. I'm guy A. You get what I'm saying? So I know what it takes to become guy A, and guess what? I'm never going back to guy B or C. I would literally, the world would have to end, or I would have to lose both. Even if I lost both legs, guess what? I got a podcast, I could talk. If I lost my voice, I got my brain. I'll figure something else out. Sign language or something like that. Who knows? I'll figure out something to assert myself in other ways to still be that nigga to provide value to the world. So what I'm saying is that it was just in me to be the man that I am. I had to become it, but it was something that was always in me. I got friends. They are not like me. They smoke weed and they drink and they do degenerate behavior all the time, and they're not asserting themselves at all. You get what I'm saying? So, but guess what? My friends got Riz. Them niggas will Riz all y'all up. Riz all y'all up. I'm trying to tell you, you'll see him. Wow. He's attractive, tall, this and this. He's smooth. He's charming. Fully Riz you up. Panties will be off. He'll be clapping your cheeks. Me, on the other hand, I don't have to do any of that. I see a girl. She just sees it's like real. I don't even have to speak. Girl's like, he's that nigga. All right, panties to you. But you get what I'm saying? It's just different. It's different. And y'all ladies don't see it because y'all not men. I'm a man, so I know, like, this is like testing males' masculinity. Masculine men are disciplined. I don't drink, I don't smoke. I've never did it, right? So guess what? I had then more mental capacity to assert myself in other areas. My homies is smoking and drinking. Well, yeah, they got them same ambitions, but they don't got the discipline. You get what I'm saying? So you got to sacrifice things to get ahead. I was like, I'm sacrificing everything. Make sense? I'm sacrificing all the temptations. I'm sacrificing all those vices. Men and women have vices. And in order to be something, and especially a man that accomplished something, or a man that is on his way to accomplish something, you can't have any vices. You got to sacrifice those vices. But the thing is that, what I'm saying is that you could see that up front in a man, but most women don't see those traits up front in a man.
I will say women need to learn to listen to what a man says when they're dating them, not what they hope that it could change or turn into, or
No, you got it wrong. See, that's the thing. You don't listen to what a man says because women fall in love with their ears. Men fall in love with their eyes, so men shouldn't really be looking at a woman for just her beauty, because then he'll dismiss all the red flags for the small waist, the fat booty, and the pretty eyes. But the woman shouldn't look at the man for just what he says, because then he could be raising her up. You want to look at a man for what he does, his actions.
You didn't let me finish, though. I'm talking about, oh, I'm not ready for this. I'm not da-da-da-da. And you're... Oh, no, he will be. I'll be that one that he'll change for, da-da-da.
Yeah, in love with the idea.
He's not. He's telling you right then and there.
Women is, younger girls do that, but if you older and you still doing that after a dude is actually telling you something,
why
then
do you
just
think
got a mental problem.
Because I'm older and I found out.
You older now, you found out. But normally the young girls, they'll be hoping and waiting, like, yeah, I know he said this, but I know I got it. I'm hoping and waiting. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yo, you had something, right, Jada?
I did. I don't know how to really.
Well, time out real quick before you go. Is y'all ladies digesting what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trying to?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm literally, I try hard every podcast to say things in ways where y'all truly understand, because I want this to be a good experience for y'all and the audience as well. I'm just not going to attack, I know you kind of thinking, or you maybe have thought that, why is it always the woman's fault? I'm not saying it's always the woman's fault. I'm saying that since women hold
so much power,
the key, you hold so much power. Like I said, if you waited for marriage, then you be able, and then if you look for the right signs in a guy, then you'll be able to get those guys that you really want, and not only obtain but retain those men too. But
the key. It originates all the way back to the Bible, us being the key.
Yeah, I think everything leads back to the Bible.
So it's all for, we are the key to everything. Women, that's why they say women have all the power. We literally do. We are literally the key,
and men have the key
to operate
commitment,
home, everything like that. We just got to be given the key.
And communication.
Yeah. As far as, if the relationship, women, hold the key to sex, which then everything streams from the guy that you choose. But men, we fall many times. Think about men, for example, right? We actually have to go out there and make something of ourselves to be our most attractive. To be the most attractive that we can be into all women's eyes. Y'all don't. Y'all just are. Women are, and a man has to become. Jada, Ashley, Melena, forgot your name.
Oh, rude.
Kristen. Kamisha?
Naya.
Kamisha. No. Naya. Y'all just are, right? You didn't have to get the dreads. You didn't have to get any tattoos. You didn't have to curl your hair. You didn't have to do any makeup. You didn't have to wear the choker around your neck or anything that, would bring out any type of more sexuality. You still gonna get attention. You're just right. Are. Men are still gonna value y'all. So in actuality, it's the man that really has to assert himself to become something to get a woman, but the woman doesn't. So men have it much harder. Women, y'all have it easier. But the thing is that since you have it easier, it's your job to preserve your value, to preserve your innocence, so you could then, and have discernment, so you could then choose a better man. Because if you're not preserving your value, you sleeping around with a multitude of men, it's going to be harder for you to have discernment. Discernment comes from discipline. You can't have, you won't be able to discern and make decisions the right decisions if you don't have any discipline. If you're just out there doing anything, how can you really see the red flags and things? You get what I'm saying? But if you preserved your value and like, okay, I'm learning now. Okay, this date was cool. Okay, I'm learning now. Fairly attractive. Okay, he said this didn't match up. He's not congruent. He's incongruent. I need a congruent man for a future. Let me not talk to him. This dude really couldn't plan a date. Indecisive. Cute. Probably would, wow me, but let me just stop there. Let me talk to him. So you just preserve your value, use some discernment, and then you'll get the guy A. Because y'all all, think about it. Most men that have the high value, they marry the girls that's like 6s and 5s and 7s. They don't really marry no 10s because they smash the 10s. And the 10s is just out there, they out there being crazy. So they smash the 10s and marry something casual. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact. I don't make the rules, I just report them. But what you had, Jada? My bad.
I'm trying to think of how to word it.
Spit it out. No fugazi.
Okay. So pretty much, do you think it's like another quote. It's like the woman that doesn't ask for anything will receive less than that. So like basically my question is like, do you think basically like, do you think is I keep losing it. I'm
the
so
woman
sorry.
Hold on, maybe I can help you out. So the woman that doesn't have,
the woman that doesn't ask for anything,
the woman that doesn't ask for anything won't receive.
She'll like receive less than.
She'll receive less.
That's like some quote I read, but it's
Okay. So then what's the question off of that?
So basically like people be saying like men want like somebody that's not demanding or not asking for too much or anything like that, but it's like, basically it's not really a question, it's like an opinion. It's like, if you don't ask for anything, he's not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not gonna do anything for you if you just... Yeah, it's like what she said. Well, why would I pay for the cow if I'm getting the milk for free? So women, and like I said, if all women got together and said, hey, I'm not having sex until you put a ring on it, men would be marrying women. Right, okay. So then that makes sense. So that's a fact. So, I mean... the women should ask for what they want and they'll get it because you hold the power in the dating marketplace.
You ask and you shall receive.
Yeah. Right. But now the thing is that it's different now. You got to come together for that. Right. If you not a virgin, right? Here's the thing is you just can't change because men, we ain't taking that. So if a girl had a one night stand already, but then she talking to a dude and she making this dude wait a month. Okay, yeah, that's normally a weak man. Mm. So that man, that's a man. He ain't got he's not that experienced with women. Mm-hmm. So it wouldn't even work out long term anyway. She'll just probably keep that dude in friend zone. Or if he does get the buns, he just got it by the skin of his teeth. Mm-hmm. And then he would have to have some really good D game to kind of keep her on the sex wheel for a little bit. Mm-hmm. But if he has no future or anything or no riz, then she'll wind up leaving him anyway. Does that make sense though?
Yeah, because I basically was just like saying like how like society puts so much like negativity on like a woman saying like, oh, well, if you can't do this for me, then why am I talking to you? It's like, but then it's like, that's like a quote that pops up in my mind and it's like, well, if I literally just don't ask a man for anything and I'm just sitting here talking to any single dude, it's like so and the reason why I won't work, it will be very hard for it to work now, because say if you got sexual temperance, you waiting for marriage, right? But the other four ladies, they out there giving that poon up, so that dude ain't gonna wait. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, I'll go over here and start smashing this and maybe I can start something from there, because truly in a man's eyes, the relationship don't start until he smash. That's just what it is. And now even in 2023, it don't really even start
until the girl open up her legs too, because they're so promiscuous. They experience so many men. They may like the guy, but they don't really like him until she know a homie working with, because she already had Tom, Dick, and Jerry down the street, and he showed her the good stroke. So she got to know if Michael got the good stroke to the motion in the ocean. So she really not gonna feel them vibes until she, you know what I mean, really has sex with the guy. But here's the other thing to it, right? So if the woman had more sex. So I told you the reason why it wouldn't work for the woman, because other women would have to participate in the holding, waiting until marriage to have sex. The other part is that when a guy, so like say for an example, a girl, I'm not going to use it on the air because I could probably take it personal. A girl, she slept with, you know, not even that. She just, like I was saying before, she had a one night stand before. And she talking to a guy. She comes and talks to a guy that's good with a woman and has experience with women. He's not gonna accept. He knows that she's not a virgin one, and even if he doesn't know that she didn't, like he doesn't have the facts that she had a one night stand, but in her actions, he could tell like she probably was a little promiscuous and probably did some one night stands. But she's making me wait. He's not waiting at all. Like he's like, whatever. You're not really that into me. So. The thing is this, the women, like, how can I explain it to, like, it sinks into all of you? I think some of you understand, but once you give up sex, it's very hard to, like, it messes up the game.
It's hard to backtrack.
Yeah, it's hard to backtrack. And it's not just hard to backtrack, it's like for the man's eyes, it's like it's harder to backtrack in your own eyes as a woman, because then you become more pickier. Your hypergamous nature goes up. You mess with a dude that was making $50K, he has 6 inches, okay, cool. Then you meet another dude, he making $40K, he got 5 inches. I don't know. You comparing the masculinity, it just isn't right. You mess with, then, say with your first 10 bodies, within them first 10 bodies, right, that you get, one of the dudes is full top G. He got money, charisma, he got everything. He packing a good 10. He giving you everything. It's over for you. Because it's going to be very hard to find another one of those dudes. So then every guy that you have after that is going to be extremely hard to measure up. Meaning that you'll get into a relationship with them, right? But it'll just be something missing there. Then you'll be on social media again looking like, Then you'll be like,
I can admit
this nigga slacking. You'll be throwing up a thirst trap because you're like looking for more. Because guess what? Your hypergamous nature is meaning that you want quality, and you already experience a quality man, but the other man that you currently have isn't of that quality. It's like, you feel like you settling. And settling is a woman's worst nightmare. No woman wants to settle. Am I right?
Right.
See? I'm speaking facts.
I get what you're saying, because when you do have sex with obviously more than one guy, you do start comparing them, especially if it's like you said.
I feel like you compare
I'll
them,
put
but
it on
like
man
the
too.
size does not matter. I don't feel
I'm
like.
just using that because it's fun, but it's a multitude of you're really measuring the man's masculinity.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, think about it. I'm in a relationship with a chick. I got all the jokes. I'm making her laugh all the time. Let's just use charisma for an example.
Right.
Then she gets with a nerd that isn't making her laugh.
Funny, right?
She gonna be thinking about me like, dang, Cooley used to rizz me up. Like, we was always joking, laughing. It's the small things that go into it. So the more relationships you have, the more you like, but guess what? Men, it's not the same on a man. We experience it too, but it's just not prevalent. Like, we would have to have like 500 bodies for us to even experience a little bit from you having 2 bodies. Like, that's the difference between it. It's crazy, but I'll make the rules I just reported. And I'm a man, so trust me, I know.
No, you're right. You're right.
Anything else, ladies? Is y'all understanding this? Making sense? All right, cool. Jada, you got anything else? Good stuff. Jada coming with the questions.
I should have did that shit. Yeah.
And then you got anything else in your phone, Jada? All right, so we could let's do so it's 11:35. It's up to y'all. Y'all want to hit one more question, or y'all want to wrap it up?
One more question.
Do you think it's better for a woman to have a whole face, or actually go out there and try to do the right things to find a man and and date a man? Or do you think a woman should just be dating around to find what she wants? Starting here with you.
Well, I think a whole phase is like if you're actually like sleeping with a lot of different people. But I do feel like there should be a period of time in a woman's life where she's not like exclusively dating and sleeping with one person, because it's like,
well, if she's sleeping with more than one, that's a whole phase.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said, right?
Well, no, you said.
I said a whole phase is if you're sleeping with more than one person. But I'm saying like, basically, like I was trying to say, like, if you're like, you should have a period of time in your life where you're like not just like, okay, like, all right, because you're sleeping with this person, you're only dating him. Basically, like you should be able to date around without sleeping with every single person that you're going on dates and experience different personalities, different vibes, different, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like you should have a dating stage without the whole phase.
Would you say the dating phase, question for you, would you say there's a higher probability for the woman that's having a dating phase to slip into the whole phase than a girl that's just actually having some discernment and choosing a man wisely on who she's going to give her time and attention to, and then, you know, dating him?
But how would she know? Okay, I get what you're saying, but I guess like another question comes like, how would she know if she doesn't? How would she know the type of guy if she doesn't try to date different guys? If I mean, if somebody's not there for her to tell her, maybe.
What you don't know, don't hurt you. But the other thing is that it's just facts. You don't know, don't hurt you. So, like if you never had it, you won't ever miss it. You actually, since men look for purity, it's in the opposite's eyes. It hurts you, but even in your own eyes, because if you never experience it, you won't miss it and you won't look for it again. The only thing, if you never experienced it, you may experience FOMO, fear of missing out, but that's much different than actually you miss it. Right. What's more potent and is more like in the human psychology mind, something that you miss, or I don't want to miss out on that, but you never even had it before. Right. You've had this before. You know what it is. You know how you felt, right? And you miss it. You really want it. Or you ain't have it before, but other people had it and that's doing it. And yeah, you fear of missing out. It's like it's there, but the other one is like pulling you. It's that
basically
pull.
Like once you start having sex, you pretty much have sex with everyone that you date because you already know what sex is. So
not really, like
she's spitting. So look, well, actually, okay,
it's
cool.
Literally what
she's spitting. She's spitting because. Yeah, you said it perfectly. Once you start having sex, you start having sex with more people because you know, because you've experienced it already. So it's like, okay, let me go ahead. And it's not saying that you're just sleeping with every guy the first time. That's not that's not what she's saying anyway. She's just saying that, yeah, you open up that can of worms. Yeah. Guess what? Try one worm.
I'm gonna try
that one was sour.
Yeah,
try another one until you get sweet.
Like that, but that wasn't really like what I was trying to say. Like, it's like, yeah, you could, but it's like, I'm saying that you shouldn't be sleeping with multiple people or just like sleeping with other people. But at the same time, like, humans naturally learn from experience. So it's like, if you just go on one date and automatically, because you felt like he was worth going on a date with, you use discernment or whatever you're saying that the person only dating one person at a time is using. All right, you use that discernment, you went on a date with this one person, now you're putting all your focus onto this one person when it's like, okay, you don't even know, like,
that's what
you know what I'm saying?
Jada,
like, it's like you could be...
I get what you're saying, Jada. Yeah. Humans learn from experience, but smart people and wise people learn from others' people experiences, right? So meaning that I see what's going on here, and I see the cons and the pros. I'm not going to take that approach because it's a lot of cons there. So I'm going to have, and that's discernment actually, because you're learning from other people's mistakes. So wise men and women, they literally look at other people's lives and then they make better choices based off of that in their own life, instead of making bad decisions in their life and then having to learn from their bad decisions. And the other thing is that a woman having experience, it hurts her because men, we look for inexperience in a woman, right? Mm-hmm. So it hurts her for herself because an experienced woman, the more bodies, just the more experienced she is. She, like, think about it. You have, because men and women are different. The more experience you have in this world, the less the world is going to be exciting and happy for you. Mm. Because the guy should be coming in the world so he can show you the world. He doesn't want to have to get with a girl, and you don't even want to, like, how much fun can you really have with a guy if you've already been on that boat with another dude, if you've already been on that yacht with another dude, if you've already been flown out to Dubai with another dude? It's like, oh, you fly me out too? That's cool. It's great. Like you don't really have anything to cherish then, because you've experienced so much. So that's on a woman's side. But then in the man's eyes, when a man looks at that woman, he's looking at her, well, I want to be the portal to the woman's world that I'm dating. Why would I choose a woman that transported everywhere else with every other nigga? Mm-hmm. I'm going to choose the woman that has some discernment and really didn't experience so many things, because I could show her the world. And not only that, it's like you want an experienced man, but the man doesn't want an experienced woman. Like, what it takes, the reason why you want an experienced man is because women look for security value, protecting, providing. And in order for the man to be the best protector and the provider he has to go through adversities and overcome adversities, keep overcoming them, and then he'll be a very masculine man for you. When a situation happens, he'll be able to handle that situation and conquer it, and you'll live a nice, peaceful life. But the man that didn't go through a lot of experiences, he'll be like looking for you for help. Then that's when you'll be like, damn, this nigga ain't really that masculine. He can't really lead me. Like, where is this going? Right? So those are the two different guys. But as far as a woman, when she experiences a lot, well, guess what? You experience so much, and men look for purity. Remember, I kept saying purity? Well, if you don't already did everything, you already did these positions, well, like that's kind of trash. Like, I want to be the portal to a girl's world. I just choose another girl that haven't been picked up in the air and smashed like this or something. Who knows?
It's like when me and my husband, we like, oh, we did this. This is the first time that you did it, and I did it. It's fun.
Vacation,
it's different. Fishing, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
An amusement park.
It's the experience.
But what if the girl already had that experience? What if she went into that thinking, oh, I hope this is the only guy that I experience this with, and then it doesn't work? That's not fair. I mean, like, no, I can't.
That's when it's. So the thing is that we speaking about how things should be now. How things should be. Yeah, we know that, it should be. Like, I'm actually speaking about how things should be now. So it's kind of confusing y'all. Like, yeah, we know that's just saying how it is in 2023. You know what I'm saying? Like, women aren't virgins, men aren't assertive and masculine and dominant as they should be, right? So, how things should be, yeah, we would want it to be like that. But like you were saying, how it is, you really gonna be dating a guy, it ain't gonna work out because you didn't have the discernment to choose the right guy. And then that dude was lacking in a multitude of ways anyway. And then you'll get with another guy, but then you'll be comparing that new guy with the last guy. The other dude was charming. This dude he makes more money, but it's like, yeah, you make more money, but you're a square. You're a nerd. You're a nerd. I really can't. Like, you don't do it. Like, you don't make me moist down there.
Maybe men need to step up and be more masculine. Than women don't have to take so many. So yeah,
it goes on two fronts. Men, you said it was the woman's fault in all of this. I'm just saying that it's not the woman's fault actually in anything. The woman is the only one right now that can, I would say, if all women came together and waited, say, hey, I'm not going to have sex until marriage, I'll say I would say that's the cure to society and to this promiscuous nature that we live in and to all these failed relationships and failed marriages. The woman can cure that because she holds the key to that, right? But the thing is that it's really on a man's fault because men, we built the society. We built the everything that we looking, touching, and seeing was all built by men. This comfortability, you could walk down the street pretty much however you like. And you know that if something happens, you could call the cops, right? But there's a higher probability if you're walking down dressing promiscuous in the wrong neighborhood, something might happen. So you want to have some discernment and not make those silly decisions. But it does go back on the men. Men lead. How can we lead someone? Well, how we want a submissive feminine woman. How can a man get a submissive feminine woman if he's not a leader himself? Right. He just wouldn't get it. So it goes on the men. Men definitely need to be more masculine and more dominant, and that would make society better as well. But even if men get more masculine and more dominant, that would help out in other ways. True, a lot of other ways, but then there will still be promiscuous women. So then you'll just have a lot of more masculine dominant men just sleeping around with more women. And women, we know they're slaves to their emotions, so there'll be more women mad and, this and this. But if women all got together and was like, hey, no, we're not going to be promiscuous. We're going to, wait until marriage. That would fully cure. You need both. You need the men and you need women. We both need to do better.
Well, yeah.
We do.
Where your glasses come from?
It was on my chest.
Oh, I didn't peep that.
Yeah.
Okay, you done threw the
All the
shades
lights
on.
was making my eyes go crazy.
Yeah, yo, where my shades? I normally got my
I know.
shades.
I can't.
Oh, they're right
realizing
here.
how much I can't see without my glasses.
I normally got my.
Yeah,
I
I got
normally
lazy
turn
eye.
up. That's why I ain't turn up
Elena
this
told me not to wear
podcast.
mine.
Because I have my shades on. I'm about to put them
Yeah.
on and turn up. Who want to get kicked out? No, I'm playing with that. I'm playing with y'all.
Nah, I think this was a good conversation. Though.
Yeah, but we've been rocking for a little bit.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Do y'all want another question since we just hit that or nah?
I'm already here, so I'm already gonna be tired. So fuck it.
The camera ain't on me.
I mean, yeah, let's just do last thoughts and last questions, and then we'll wrap up. So if any of y'all have any last questions or anything you want to touch on, or maybe you want some insight from a man, since I'm here and you're talking to a guy, ask me now, because I'm gonna keep it no fugazi with you.
Hey.
So let's start with Ashley.
I don't think
So
I
if you
have
don't have
anything.
any questions, then give me your last thoughts on the podcast.
I had fun.
You
It
did.
was a good time.
Word. Would you come back?
Oh yeah, I would definitely come back. It was fun.
I'll have you back.
For real?
Yeah,
That was
for
so
sure.
much
for sure.
fun.
I'll have you back.
It was
I'll have you
fun.
back. And you're only in Pottstown, right?
Yeah.
So like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have you back. What about yourself? Any questions?
I did have a question, but
Sure.
I forgot you answered it after that.
Well-
I answered it earlier. So
Oh,
like,
all right.
it was just about
You
like
need more clarification or something?
it was about guys just lying to females instead of just being honest. But you kind of said like they don't want to like trigger the females' emotions because we get,
Yeah.
crazy.
Men want
He
to
said we crazy.
smash.
With no drama.
Yeah. Men want to smash without any headaches, so that's why they be lying. The more higher, since there's no God in religion, then
Yeah.
he has a natural proclivity to just act that way because he wants sex. He's gonna act in his raw nature. But yeah. So
Do
yeah,
you
but you
think-
know what I'm saying.
Do you think women should date men that believe in God?
Women need to be godly themselves.
That too, but
in
yeah.
order. So, I mean, it gotta go both hand. It gotta go hand in hand. Yeah, and it's not. So you can say, what is religion? Religion is order. Religion is discipline. Religion is right and wrong.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if you operating under that umbrella, both parties is gonna have a higher probability of success when dating and mating and all of that. Yeah.
I agree. I would come back on here, and I had a good time with y'all. I like all y'all. Y'all cool.
Yeah.
I would hang out with y'all. We can go get some drinks.
Here you get some drinks.
We need to
Okay.
Are you gonna
get some
put
food?
in the pool for us? You're gonna come hang out a little
I'm
bit.
gonna dip it in
Just a
there
little dip in the lake, right?
I think she was. I think you was capping. I think you was capping when you said. When you said that, I don't really be going. Yeah, I broke up with my dude in June, July. I ain't really had no hot girl summer. You.
No, I really didn't. I really stayed. I was heartbroken. I stayed in the house.
Okay, that
was
could be.
Oh.
He
She
broke
gonna
with you.
dip her toe in today,
Yeah.
though.
Okay,
You know what?
okay.
I don't
Fair
even know,
enough.
to be honest.
That's
It was kind of just like, it was more of a situationship. I'm not even going to call it a relationship. I was just ignoring the red flags that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
And it was exciting at
You
first.
was giving
and
up
all
that nani.
And yeah, and it just went, so it wasn't really like a breakup. It kind of just fell off. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So,
I mean, but he'll still tear it up if you abide by his rules. But you probably wasn't trying to abide by his rules.
no, there was no rules. He didn't. I know what you're probably thinking, but he wasn't that type of dude. He didn't have anything in mind. He wasn't doing anything with
Oh, he wasn't just. Oh,
he
yeah,
was
that
just
is different.
there, kind of like, and I
Yeah,
would
that's
just
different
kinda
then.
help him, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Makes sense.
but I would definitely come back on here. I like y'all. That's cool.
Word. I have you back, Kamisha.
Stop playing, bro.
Nani?
Tanaya. but-
Tanaya.
Naya.
Naya.
If that's
Yo,
easier.
I know.
Yo,
It's
you
not
funny,
you.
bro.
I'm very bad with names. If y'all watched any full episodes, I'm horrible with names. Kristen,
Good job.
any questions?
No, I don't think so.
No questions? Sure. Okay, cool. Last thoughts. How you like it?
I liked it. It was cool to go back and forth and see everybody's opinions and you know.
Cool. Yeah. Next time I have you ladies back on, I normally have a co-host that I bring on, or any type of I always have randomly a celebrity guest. Maybe I'll bring Rico back. I know the fans wanted Rico. Yeah, I'll bring Rico back, and I know Goods wanted to come back too. So we could bring Goods and Rico back on a podcast, and then some other special guests as well. But no, thank you. I'll definitely have you back.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No.
No.
Oh, you was waiting for a question?
I
to come
was
from me?
waiting something.
You wanted a question?
I
I mean, I
was
have
waiting
questions for days, but I'm just gonna.
You good?
Tired.
Okay.
I'll let everybody go home. But yeah, no, I enjoyed this actually. I never really knew even what a podcast was.
And you,
I was just coming on.
who said their brother? You said your brother watches my
Yeah,
podcast?
my brother does.
Word. Did he already, did you tell him about the
told him
podcast?
after me and you spoke. After we talked, after you told me about coming,
Yeah.
I told him after the fact.
And then he already knew about the podcast? Oh, so he was already
knew.
watching before?
Yeah, he was like, yo, I just saw those videos on Instagram earlier this week. He was
Okay,
so
bet.
hyped.
So he is already watching it. Word.
He was hype.
That's love. And you said you would come back, right?
Yeah.
I'll have you
I
back.
heard it.
That's what's up. Jada, you the last one. You got any questions?
Mm-mm.
What? You got?
No.
Okay.
She had all the
Ending it.
questions.
We ended it. I thought you was
Oh,
gonna
by the
save
way,
it.
If,
No, it was
if
a
you guys
good-
know anybody that has dreads, I do locks.
Oh, you do locks?
Yes.
My
And
brother
I travel.
does get dreads, so I got you.
I start them too.
White boy hippie?
Nah, he's half black.
No,
half white.
he's-
He's mixed.
Oh,
I come
oh.
from a mixed family.
Wait, you?
I'm white, but my dad who raised me is black. He's my stepdad. He's my dad since I was
okay.
one.
That makes sense.
It's her dad.
Got you,
He's
got
my
you.
dad.
He's basically a dad.
He's my dad.
Okay,
I come from
okay.
a mixed family.
Got you. And Jada, I'm sorry, Jada. You said no questions?
Mm-mm.
Okay, how'd you like the podcast?
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed
Yeah, it was definitely a good experience.
Word. Would you come back?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I appreciate you ladies for coming on. This podcast was very no Fugazee, and we out.
No Fugazee.
Peace.